His arm was bandaged up the same way. His arm was bandaged the same way. Chad, that's Chad Gable.
It's just a coincidence.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Beard Bros Breakdown Podcast. And why am I so dang happy? Because I am the new Predictions World Champion. As you can see on screen, this belt is sitting above my head because I was the Grand Slam Predictor. And Grand Slam, I did not cheat. I hear you over there. Let me use my monologue. Let me do my monologue. I'm the Grand Slam Predictor, and that is a new term that I've come up with. A Grand Slam Predictor means you get everything right on every single match card. Now, why do you think I'm a cheater, sir? Huh?
Why do you think I'm a cheater? Every single thing right.
I did get every single thing right.
Are you
sure? That's not a cheater, sir. Yes, I did. I got Naomi correct. I got Seth correct. I got Dom. By the way, Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. was a shoe-in match. It was our fifth match. Yeah. We both said Dom. So, of course, I got that correct as well. I mean, no, that was predictable. I mean, it's Dominic Mysterio, people. And then Becky and Lyra. We both got Becky. And then Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso beat John Cena and Logan Paul. So, yes, I am a Grand Slam Predictor of the Money in the Bank 2025.
You're still
cheating. Now, of course, as I've said all this, how was your week?
Awful, because you won. I hate it, because you won. I lost my title. My beautiful girl, I didn't even hold it for one defense. I lost in my first defense.
Nope, and you held it shorter than Jey Uso. We're not going to get into that. We're going to get into that later. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched Raw, but you should watch Raw.
Yeah, my total title reign was 28 days, people. Not even a month.
And you kind of can blame that on WWE for their fast PLEs because, yes, I am the champion. And as it sits above my head, I stare at the beauty that sits above me with my face plates on the side. Bit crooked, but it's fine. Wow. I mean, if it was awful, I mean, well, what is your 10 out of 10s and 0 out of 10s this week? Experience.
My negative 1,000 out of 10 is that I lost the belt, and that Jey Uso lost his belt, and my 10.
It's tragic.
Well, my. What would be?
You're forgetting one thing for that 1,000 out of 10.
What?
Video game was.
Oh yeah, we didn't get. Okay, but we did get something at least. So I gotta look at the silver lining. Okay, we didn't get any news about Silksong, but we did get some news about Silksong.
Okay, yeah,
it
was mentioned, and that was it.
It'll be on the new Xbox console day one, and it's confirmed to be coming out by the end of this year. So that's good. That's all. That's all we got. And some new gameplay. I haven't watched the new gameplay. I don't want to look at gameplay or anything like that.
Well,
but I have heard
the gameplay that it was shown was just during that little snippet of the show of I forgot what showcase it was, but it was something last year, and then they showed something in the beginning of this year. I don't know if it was it wasn't a PlayStation. I don't know if it was a PlayStation showcase or it was an indie game showcase, but they showed it this year. They just shadow dropped like a little snippet of gameplay, and that was it. But damn, Deadpool VR cucked you.
Yeah, dude, Deadpool fucking cucked me so hard. It cucked all us Silksong fans like we're some little beta bitch sitting in the cuck chair. Like, what the fuck is that shit, man? Literally, if you go on the Reddit or check Twitter, it's just messages of people being like, Deadpool cucked us, bro. Because he did. Deadpool fucking cucked us, that son of a bitch, for a stupid VR game that nobody will fucking play, because who fucking plays VR in the age of 2025?
A lot of people... I would play that. Hey, I would play it. I would VR too. Games.
But who owns a fucking VR?
A lot of people, man.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I mean, we're not lying because it's expensive.
Most people don't own them.
Yeah, most of the content creators own them. I think about it. If you think about it,
No, they don't. Literally,
yes,
there's
they
way
do.
more people that own a VR than people that do.
I want it for Arkham Shadow, to be honest,
I
and
want it.
Hitman
I
VR.
want
But
it too. I love Beat Saber. I would love a VR, but people can't afford that shit, and it's a pain in the ass to set up and everything.
yeah, and
Barely anyone has them.
recording it. I hear is like the MetaQuest 3 recording shit with that. You can't. I don't even think you can. It's like so complicated.
Yeah,
So
like
I
nobody
mean,
has them.
but
I promise you. Like
yeah.
it's
Well,
stupid to release
I'm
VR
guessing that
games.
you're negative 1,000. Did you have a 10 out of 10 or at least a high one this week?
Um,
Hopefully.
uh, I'm trying to think. I don't actually. I guess my like 7 out of 10 is I just watch more animated movies. I
There you
guess.
go. All right. Well, I mean,
And also we oh yeah, wait. I got one. I think this happened last week, but I only saw it this week. Um I watched the Stranger 5 season 5 trailer, and we got a confirmed date for when season 5 starts to come out.
yeah.
It's
Yep. November 29th, I think.
26th. It's
26th.
26th.
Yes.
And then
For
on and then it's on Christmas and New Year's Eve that the next episodes come
yeah,
out.
I literally get a Christmas present and a birthday present and a Hanukkah present. So like, I mean, dude, like not even that. During the same time Fallout season 2 comes out, and then
Mm.
as a fan, I fan of it that I am. The Boys spinoff show Gen V is coming out in September. I'm like, I'm getting so much content to like watch now. Like, bro, give me a second to breathe. It's like, dude, I was like, because like the games are one thing, but then the shows on top of it, it's like all this shit coming out all at once. And then
Yeah.
let's not even mention Resident Evil fucking 9.
Oh yeah.
Now I have my bank to hate me now because now I have to get that and Grand Theft Auto 6. It's like, what the fuck? Give me content on this channel, sure, but
Yeah,
damn.
isn't it February 26th?
February 26th, literally the same date, but a couple of months removed from May 26th, which is GTA's date. The same day, but a couple of months before, which is, I feel like they did that on purpose. That those two, if nothing else big drops next year, those two are going to contend for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I kid you not, because I believe one of the Resident Evils got a Game of the Year. It might have been 7. I don't remember, but one of them got one. I know for sure. So,
They did not.
but I still think GTA might take a landslide here.
I promise you, no Resident Evil 1 Game of the Year. They might have got
I
nominated.
thought it did. I guess it throws me off because when there's Game of the Year, it might have got a nomination because you know those Game of the Year edition games, like whatever. I guess that's just a nomination.
Yeah, that's just if they get nominated. Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
they'll probably get nominated, but it probably won't get Game of the Year. I thought they have, but
No, they haven't. They have not.
or Capcom.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go hella off track for a second.
Okay.
Actually, first, give your experiences of the week. Then
Oh yeah, I
let's
was
go
gonna say,
hella off.
I'd say one that I had like a 10 out of 10. Most of this week I drove one time this week at my work, and then the last 2 days I was supervising routes because I am also a manager. So I pretty much got to chill the last 2 days. I'm off today. They didn't have me on schedule. I guess I'm getting a break. So 4 days, I'm fine with it. Let's go. More stuff to work on, more content to create. That's would say that's a 10 out of 10 because it was just a fun work week. I was enjoying it. I'm part of the team, part of the leadership. Yeah. And then those games being announced, like they showed off. I mean, have y'all seen the stream? If y'all joined my Summer Game Fest stream, they showed off one game that I've been waiting for 5 years now, the 007 game made by the people who made the Hitman games. Was excited to see that. And then, of course, Resident Evil 9. And then there was more insight on the Mafia game and all that. Like, just, like, we had a whole weekend of gaming shit. Like, just so much stuff announced, shown off. Was glad to see it. So that made my week better. And then I guess my lowest could, could be like one I did have like between the past 2 days of managing. I don't know if it's because I'm looking at screens all day or what. I did have a really bad migraine after work yesterday, but it's gone thankfully. But I'd say like that's probably like a 6 out of 10. Like it hurt, but like it wasn't like day ruining or whatever. It wasn't bad, but I could say it's a 6 out of 10 because like migraines are terrible and nobody needs them. But
All right.
other than that, been an okay week. Been an okay week. Went by quickly, but it been an okay week.
Okay. Well, now let's go completely off track here for a second.
All right.
I'm going to quiz you a tiny bit. So, I have pulled up here every nominee and winner from all the years, and I just want to see quickly if you can remember who won Game of the Year for each year I'm going to list here.
I would say this right now. Are you gonna tell me the nominees, or like I have to guess?
You have to guess.
Okay. Well, this is not the video of the day, but we'll go ahead and do it.
Hell
Go
yeah.
ahead.
2014. Who won Game of the Year in 2014?
Okay. Are you gonna list them off? Because I don't remember watching
Nope.
them. I don't know. I don't know what games came out. I
Okay.
can't do that. I kid you not. I started watching the Game Awards religiously in 2022, man.
Well, yeah, I knew you would know all those ones, so that's, you know what?
But I'm saying, like,
Fine,
if you
okay.
list the nominees off, I can kind of guess who won it.
Well, okay, fine. I'll list the nominees. All right.
Yeah. 2014.
2014, Hearthstone, Dark Souls 2, Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Bayonetta 2.
It's definitely Dark Souls 2.
Ooh, is that your final answer?
Well, the way you said that, I guess not. I mean, I don't. What would it be? Hearthstone, Bayonetta, maybe?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It is Dragon Age Inquisition.
I didn't know that those kind of games got that kind of nomination. I guess because, well, if you look at all the other nominees, like, what else do you fucking pick here? All right.
Oh, okay.
Next one.
2015 is a hard year. All right.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, Bloodborne, Fallout 4, Super Mario Maker, and The Witcher 3.
Okay, for one thing, the Game Awards hate Soulsborne games, so they definitely didn't choose Bloodborne. So Witcher's great. Witcher's up there, but I doubt it won Game of the Year. And Fallout was popping off. I would assume Fallout 4 won Game of the Year.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It was The Witcher 3.
Fuck!
You're
No!
right there. You're right there.
No!
Oh, damn, man. You were
What
right
the hell,
there.
man? I could have sworn Fallout was popping off. All right, Bethesda, lock in.
Yeah. Okay, 2016. Overwatch, Inside, Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4, and Doom.
All right, so we know Titanfall 2 is a multiplayer. That didn't definitely win. Overwatch, definitely not. It's a multiplayer. I don't know the other one you said, but I believe it. I think I remember this, and it was Doom.
Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
It was Overwatch.
What the fuck? Why? When are we? Why are we choosing? When did we start choosing multiplayers as game of the year? What?
In 2016.
How did that beat Doom, dude? Doom made a resurgence and it lost. Okay, do 2017 now.
Okay. 2017 had, oh shit, this has like 3 games out of 11 here. Anyway, 2017 was, oh, wait, okay, that's a weird one to have here, but PUBG, Persona 5, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Well, we all know how they love to bully Sony. Horizon did not win that. I remember that outcry where like Horizon was good, but it didn't win. You said Super Mario Odyssey, and then you said PUBG. No, PUBG did not win Game of the Year.
And
What else was the
Persona
other one?
5,
Persona 5.
and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot you said that. Yeah, I was going to say that one was popping off, and then they thought the same thing was going to happen for Tears of the Kingdom. I remember that. You don't have to tell me 2018. That was God of War. That was God of War.
Correct.
I knew that one away because that year was stacked too. You had Spider-Man, you had Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War 18, and then you had a couple others. I don't even know what the others were.
You had Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, and Monster Hunter World as well.
You had a lot of good shit, dude. But God of War, because of its comeback and the way it was, yeah. I don't know 2019 to 20. I don't even know if I was paying attention, but 2020 and on, I've been paying attention more.
Okay. 2019 is The Outer Worlds, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, Control, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Ooh. That's got to be Sekiro.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes!
Correct.
I was like, ain't no damn way Death Stranding. Control,
right.
if Control had more of attraction to the fan base, or in like, it would have probably gotten it, but I had a feeling, I was like, Sekiro's so praised, why wouldn't it win Game of the Year?
All right, you said you know these from now on, so I'm just gonna.
Well,
save a
I
year
said
and
2020, so I don't know 2020.
Okay.
It's 2021.
Well, then I'll give you 2020 then. Okay. Hades, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing New Horizons, The Last of Us Part 2, and Ghost of Tsushima.
It was definitely Ghost.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong.
No! What was it?
It was The Last of Us Part 2. They're Naughty Dog shows,
I forgot.
man.
I forgot.
2020 Naughty Dog shows.
No,
bro.
I forgot 2020 was ass because Last of Us wasn't even great, but it still won.
Yeah.
Part 2 is literally the one that people hate on the most, yet okay. And 2021, I don't even remember that one.
Okay. That's fair.
That wasn't a good year for gaming, I don't even think.
Yeah. By the way, this is the one year where Resident Evil has not got a game nominated for Game of the Year. So, 2021 is Deathloop, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and It Takes Two.
Oh, fuck. Well, Ratchet and Clank did not. That would have been cool. I was rooting for that one, I believe. You said It Takes Two. That's a co-op game.
Yeah.
Deathloop definitely didn't, because that game was nominated and now it's a shit game. Surprisingly, it got nominated because it fell off after that. You said, okay, so Resident Evil Village,
Psychonauts 2, Resident Evil Village.
Psychonauts 2, that didn't win it. Resident Evil Village. Village makes sense here because like everything else, like It Takes Two. Don't think it would. It's a good game. I've played it, but it's more co-op based. So like, and then you said Village, and then you said Psychonauts 2, and then what were
Metroid Dread, Ratchet and Clank, Deathloop.
It's between Ratchet and Clank and Village because I couldn't think. I would have hoped that they went with Ratchet and Clank, but I feel like they didn't. But then again, you did mention to me that not a single Resident Evil has gotten Game of the Year, so I think it was Ratchet and Clank.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Oh, not even close.
What?
It was It Takes Two.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I must not have paid attention to that because I remembered that being nominated. All right, well.
Yeah. All right. You should know these ones just by the year now.
All right.
2022. What won?
Elden Ring.
Yeah. 2023. What won?
Shit. Wait. Oh, because 20. Okay. I'll see. I feel like it was like one of those. No. 2023. Because at first. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3.
There you go. 2024.
Yeah. It just happened. What am I? Astrobot.
There you go. There you go.
Well, there's our segue into the recap.
Yeah.
Well, we should definitely. I think because we're getting close. Depending on what part of the year, we could do a Game Awards prediction episode on the podcast.
Ooh,
at one point. But let's get closer because there's like some games can get announced in November and still show up. So definitely one day. But potential, I mean, we can have multiple parts, but yeah, that'd be a nice video in the future. But let's get into the recap because man, oh man, this weekend was crazy.
Yes, sir.
SmackDown.
Don't remember anything.
Well, I mean, usually you don't when a PLE is following it, but all I know is like it was okay. It was better than most SmackDowns in the last weeks because we had all the Money in the Bank qualifiers there. We had the women's six man, yes. We had the women's 6-women tag match with the team of Stephanie Vakura, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez, Naomi, and yeah.
You know what we need?
Woman. Who?
You know what we need?
Julia. Sorry.
We need to bring back the thing where they would all stand on ladders and cut promos on each other.
I love that shit. I enjoyed that shit so much. Especially when R-Truth comes out.
I would enjoy that way more than a freaking like tag match, to be honest.
It was the same segment with like R-Truth coming out like, I'm gonna win this Sunday and Money in the Bank. You're not even in the match. My bad. Speaking of, that son of a bitch is back. I don't even want to wait till we get to the Money in the Bank PLE.
By the way,
he's back.
Don't let Triple H gaslight us.
Don't let them gaslight you.
Don't let them gaslight you.
I'm not defending him anymore. No. I can't defend him anymore. I have a video coming out on that soon. I'm about talking about shit. I'm not defending him anymore. He's literally lying to our faces, trying to tell us that it was all part of the show. Are you serious?
He's treating the fans like we're idiots, and I find that so disrespectful and dumb.
Why can't you just say, yeah, we understood that we made a mistake. The fans didn't want him to go, and we decided to bring him back. Quit trying to be in character in the press conference. Just talk. Why do press conferences even exist? I'm getting tired of them. They're after every single match. It's like, why don't you just put them after SummerSlam or put them after WrestleMania? Why do you need a press conference every damn thing? I'm getting tired of them. To me, they spit in the face of real Carlito. They spit in the face of real, real press conferences like NBA and NFL. Like those are real. You're getting interviewed by people who are told to say this shit to you or ask these questions. Like that whole concept, I get it. Like maybe if you want a press conference, just be real, dude. Like some of them will be real, but like with Cena or other characters, they'll just be in character the whole time, and it's kind of cringe to me. I don't know. It's been getting cringe lately. Like in the beginning, it was fine, but when they stay in character like that, and I'm just like, dude. And the interviewers definitely are told to ask these questions. Like you don't even get to see them on screen. Like I don't know. That's my rant about that. But like, yeah. But Triple H is lying to all of you. Don't believe this man.
Don't let him gaslight you. Like
I defended him for the last time. I was trying to hope that not everything was ran by him. Some of it was TKO involved. This shit is him. Like, this is him trying to, oh, yeah, it's a part of the story. His son, R-Truth's son, went on Instagram and put cap on it being part of the story. And then even said in a Twitter post that it wasn't a part of the story. And then R-Truth backstage said it wasn't a work. And they couldn't fire him for it because the whole fans would be fucking angry.
Damn right. This just proves that our voices matter, people. We can do what we can do, okay? Our voices do matter, despite what Triple H says in his dumb little interview where it's like, yeah, well, we don't listen to the fans, so whatever.
Literally, R-Truth is posting that we brought him back. Like, it was nothing to do with, oh, this was just a work and the fans worked you. And everyone's saying that's a work. Are you delusional? Not everything's storyline anymore. Like, it is a real life thing. He got released, and they brought him back. There's sources saying it took 78 hours or 72 hours to get him back in time for Money in the Bank. Well, they had to change that whole story at the end.
Yeah, this is like when, remember the whole We Want Cody movement, right? That's like when The Rock tried to take credit for that, being
him taking credit, no. But that actually was a real change. I would
That wasn't
assume.
a work. Though.
No,
Like,
it wasn't
was
a
again the
yeah.
fan.
That wasn't a work. Yeah. No,
They
Cody
still tried to gaslight us then.
Rock
Like,
and
it
Roman was supposed to happen, but it changed because the fans outcry, so they listened to the fans. And I wish we had that Rock that we have instead of the one we have now, because he doesn't really care about the product anymore or about the story right now. So like, whatever. Don't need him at all. I'm getting tired of people saying, "Oh, he's going to show up at SummerSlam." I'm like, I don't want him there. I hope he gets booed out of the building, and not because he's a heel, just because he doesn't need to be there. He has walked off on the product. I keep hearing rumors that like him and the Triple H and The Rock are like having a battle over who to be in control of because it's just some real beef going on behind the scenes. So that's probably why like you got CM Punk out there calling him a bald fraud. Well, it applies to both of them now.
Yeah.
Bald fraud applies to both. We don't even know if CM Punk means Triple H or The Rock.
Yeah, I do want to preface though, like even though Triple H is doing horrible, like making bad decisions and everything, I would still rather have Triple H than Vince any day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and people asking for Vince, and it's getting on my nerves. It really is pissing me off because, and then the case was dropped and the charges were dropped. I'm like, okay, there are still people out there who are predator based or predators in general who've had cases dropped, yet they still have evidence or have been just because I just don't understand. Even if his allegations and everything were dropped, we know what he did on screen. He's done shit in front of us on screen. That shit doesn't apply today. So him writing storylines and ruining lives of women on TV, it's like, why do you want that back?
It's not even just about that for me. Like he was just doing awful television before like he left, basically.
Yeah,
like
this is 1 year. This is one because Triple H was cleaning up what Vince had planned. WrestleMania 40 was like the last storyline based that Vince had going for him, and then Triple H picked up the pieces, and now we're in the Triple H era 100% at like when Netflix hit. This is 1 year that has gone bad, as opposed to 5 to 6 bad years that Vince had in a row. And y'all want Vince back? What I don't understand. And they're like, "Oh, Triple H is releasing people. Bring back Vince." Vince released people who are actually big stars. He released Bray Wyatt for no reason. He brought people up to the main roster and buried them and then released them from NXT. So Triple H is doing it because of budget cuts, and I get TKO also has a stand in it, and Nick Khan, but it's mainly that kind of side. It's like Vince did a lot worse than what Triple H has done in the terms of releasing people, booking. It's just I just see some people are just like over hating it or pushing to hate it more than love it. I don't understand. I don't see the problem with Seth's faction. I don't see the problem with like, Jay's run wasn't really the craziest, but like, it's just not everything is just. Logan Paul shouldn't be there, but it's better than Travis Scott. It's like, come on now, dude. You're getting to see Cena. Don't focus on Logan Paul. You're getting to see Cena again. Come on. Like, y'all are focusing on the worst shit instead of the good shit.
I blacked out for that match, so I don't really
you were falling asleep, man.
Bro, I was so fucking tired. Yeah. That's what happens when you put 2 wrestling shows on the same fucking day, man.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, I guess we can talk about that since I really didn't give a shit about SmackDown, even though some moments were cool. But we can talk about, you can mainly talk about AAA because I didn't really fully watch it. I wanted to relax from wrestling content for a little bit, but I heard there was a lot of good shit going on.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of run through here. So the PLE started off with the PLE started off with a 6-man tag match, and it was Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, and Lince Dorado versus Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and the GOAT, the now super over Mr. Iguana. That was the day I discovered who Mr. Iguana was, and Layeska. I love Layeska. That's the day I discovered them, and now I want them in the WWE because I fucking love Mr. Iguana. He's now my 13th favorite wrestler of all time. Damn right, he's in my list.
If you're a Lucha Libre fan, I know you just cringed when he called him Lince. It's Lince Dorado.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to. lock in here. I know it looks like Lince because there's no accent mark on the E or whatever, but it's Lince. But you got the idea here. You got the idea. He's pretty good.
I got
he
everyone
was in
else
WWE.
right. Okay, that's something.
He was in WWE for a while, but was used poorly. But glad that he's back on TV, like in AAA. So, but Mr. Iguana, I saw some of that match, and that man is crazy.
He's incredible.
I saw people were like, "Man, we need Santino versus the Lizard." I was like, okay, Iguana. I was like, all right.
Hey, the iguana. His iguana is named Layeska. People, okay. The iguana's name is Layeska.
I would assume that's iguana. No, that's not iguana in Spanish. I think I know what iguana in Spanish is, but it's not that.
Well,
I think iguana means lizard. Hold on a minute. What am I saying here? Anyways,
what's Layeska? Let's see.
Layeska.
I just came out with it up with an Instagram influencer. Fuck.
Okay.
Layeska.
Follow Layeska the Oh, but I heard that match was like one of the best, if not the one with Stephanie and Lola Vice. Whew.
Okay. Yeah, that was the next match. It was Stephanie, Lola Vice versus Chick Tormenta and Daliz. But yeah, that match, I know a lot of people liked it, but to be honest, it was kind of the low point of the PLE for me. Like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like good, like great either.
Well, to be honest, Stephanie was already tired at that point. I mean, she had to do, even though she had a little bit more energy for Money in the Bank, but man, she did 3 shows in the last 18 hours. Like,
yeah,
holy shit, she was the most committed. Like, even Chad Gable was also committed too.
I don't think so. He only had one match.
He had 2. He had 2. He had
one match.
Yeah, he tried to get the money. No, really, he only had 1.
No.
I don't know. I saw him, with Vikingo, and then I also saw him, in the Money in the Bank match. But he had a mask on that said Grande Americano on it.
You're
and his arm was bandaged up the same way. His arm was bandaged the same way. Chad Gable's arm was bandaged up.
So
that's Chad Gable.
It's just a fucking coincidence, man.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not a coincidence. No,
it is a coincidence.
No, it's not at all. The same single tape, the same cut on his arm. It's not a coincidence. You're literally just refusing to see that they're the same person.
They're not.
They're the same person. Same moveset. Same taunts.
Oh my god,
Gable's speaking more Spanish now for some reason. Wonder why. It's crazy. But that's not even the worst part. This is not even still AAA. We're sponsoring fucking ladders now. I'm just gonna throw this in there real quick because I'll let him finish AAA. But we're throwing sponsors on objects now. Not to mention a Slim Jim table. Thank you, Fireball, for sponsoring fucking ladders. Anyways, continue to AAA.
But
holy shit.
I want to say the first match was I think the second best match of the PLE. I think the first and last match were just honestly the best matches. I do think the Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice match was It was only okay.
Double Devil's Kiss though, man. Come on.
Okay, the one highlight of the match, sure. I don't know what you want from me.
Double the ass, double the sass. Anyways.
Also, I want to talk about Conan, the commentator who commentated with Corey Graves on Worlds Collide. Dude, he was so funny to me. He was just every single time, he was like, yo, listen to this crowd, man. They're hype as hell. It was just so funny to
talk
me.
about that, Corey being able to commentate that and run that show, dude. That's a highlight right there for him, dude. You don't get him much on TV anymore unless he's at NXT, but throwing him in there in Worlds Collide, that's amazing to see him doing that.
Yeah. I did like that Conan was just giving so much history for all the luchadors because apparently he's Dom's godfather or something. I didn't know that, but
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And he also explained
apparently
whoever you have your first match with in Lucha Libre is your godfather or something like that. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I think that's what he said.
Well, speaking of Dom, he was there
He was, and
with
it was
Liv.
actually, yeah, it was actually after the first match where Octagon Jr. is like a huge Rey Mysterio fan. He was showing his love for Rey Mysterio, and then Dom grabs a mic and is like, "Hey, you're a fan of Rey? You're a fan of my deadbeat dad? Yeah, well, fuck you," because he's based as hell. And then Octagon Jr. pulls him outside to like the ring, and then they start like brawling, and then they announce a match for Money in the Bank later in the night.
Which was insane because everybody was mad that there was only 4 matches. And then we finally got our 5th one, and I had to go to this man. I'm like, well, fuck, we have to add this match now. So who's your choice? 3, 2, 1. We both said Dom, and it's like, yeah. Obviously knew we wasn't going to just drop it to Octagon Jr. No hate to the man. He's great, but from what I've seen, he's great, but you're not going to drop it. It was a quick match, by the way, but it was meant to be because I really think that was just like, oh, we need to throw in a 5th match. Everybody won't shut the fuck up about a 5th match. Let's go ahead and throw it in there, and then Dom on a PLE. Come on now, like that's great. At least have 2. Well, we can. I mean, if we're skipping ahead to Worlds Collide, or
no, I just wanna address something because you just made me think about this. So, remember how Triple H said that he doesn't listen to online like fans or anything like that?
yes.
I feel like this past weekend, he now overcorrected his mistake and is now listening too much to the online fans. Because this is what happened, right? During this weekend, we had him freaking bring our truth back, which was a good one. But I imagine that happened in the crowd too. But then he also added a 5th match because of the criticism online, by the way. Then he also, on Raw, made Jey Uso lose because the online fan base hates Jey Uso, the IWC. So I feel like he just kind of overcorrected his mistake. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I don't know if the Jey Uso one or the 5th match was a contender in that. It could have been. Now, if they were the whole time going for, oh, we're going to announce the 5th match at Worlds Collide, that's kind of fucking lazy to me, to be honest. If that's the case. But it could be. But I think with Jay, it was like they didn't know what direction to go into. Like, honestly, they should have just like let Seth cash in. Dropping it to Gunther, it's like, I don't know what's going on here. If they're giving Jay a break or there's a different angle they're gonna go for Jay. Did I say Jake? What the hell did I? Jay. Sorry, Jake Uso. But like I don't know what angle they could have went with. But the whole time I've been thinking like, well, Seth is probably going to be the one to cash in. I thought he was going to cash in Saturday, but I was like, well, Gunther and Jay have to happen. So the whole Royal Rumble and Mania and the whole build-up was just so pointless that he doesn't even get 100 days. He gets 51 or whatever,
Yeah.
51 days, and then back to the guy who he beat it for, who had a very lackluster World Heavyweight Championship run. His Intercontinental was better than his World Heavyweight. So what are we going to do now? Now we're just going to get Seth and Gunther probably at Night of Champions. Or someone and Gunther's going to, or Jay's probably going to rematch, and then Gunther's going to beat him, and then Seth's probably going to come out. So I'm like, what's the whole point of targeting Jay if Jay loses? Now that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm about to get real mad here for a second.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting my ears ready.
So, listen, this, in my opinion, is the stupidest, worst booking decision Triple H has ever fucking made. This is literally the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, okay, I would have been fine. You know, it's not because Jey Uso lost this quickly. I don't mind that. Quick title reigns, I'm fine with that. The problem was who he lost it to and how he lost it. He lost it clean to fucking Gunther. And the guy who he beat at WrestleMania 2 months ago, but no, it doesn't matter anymore because of why? I don't fucking understand this stupid bullshit. You know, it would have been fine if he lost to literally anyone else, or if Seth cashed in and made Jay lose, or if someone interfered and made Jay lose. I wouldn't be nearly this mad. But no, they had Gunther beat Jay clean, completely fucking murdering Jay. I mean, sure, he's still gonna be popular as hell, but what the fuck is that bullshit? His first, like, big title reign is some dumb bullshit like this, where he loses to the guy he beat literally, like, less than 2 months ago with no build-up, like, whatsoever, honestly, in a match that we've seen, like, 80 fucking times before. It just makes no fucking sense!
And honestly, that's why they showed the video package at Money in the Bank. They showed a random-ass video package of Jey Uso completing his mission of winning the belt, beating Gunther clean, and just randomly. So I'm thinking, okay, whoever wins Money in the Bank tonight is going to cash in, isn't it, right? But because we knew Gunther and Jay was coming up Raw. But to show that shit, I'm like, okay, he's probably losing at some point. And I didn't think he was going to lose on a fucking Monday Night Raw. And then to the one thing, like, so you mean to tell me Gunther can easily tap at WrestleMania, but he broke out of it 3 different times. Resisted it 3 different times. Jay got out of it, back and forth. And then he doesn't tap, he passes out. And that's it. Like, what?
I mentioned Jey Uso is literally the most over guy in the company. Like, what the? Oh my
the most over guy. And then people are like,
bro.
good decision, Triple H. I'm like, y'all are fucking assholes. Y'all
Dude,
just don't like Jay. That's the
my
problem.
blood is
Y'all don't
fucking
Y'all don't
boiling.
even like. Y'all express your hatred for Gunther too. I've seen people, oh, he's boring. Oh, he's stupid. All he does is chops and this and that. But then when he beats Jay, you're all fine with it because he beat Jay. Okay, people. Yeah. I don't take any IWC criticism serious anymore. I don't at all. Not to mention the one that's going around today or recently. Nikki Bella returned on Raw. And there was a segment with Io Sky where she was like, you paved the way for us. Thank you. And everyone's shitting on it because they're like, did WWE make Io say that? Did this and that? I'm like, y'all are looking too far into it. Nikki Bella paved the way in WWE. Not the Indies. Not the fucking Ring of Honor. Not this and that. Wherever Io Sky came from. She came from a lot of different fucking places. Y'all are looking too far into it. Y'all were just trying to start drama. Just because one person said something. I highly doubt they were like, Io, go glaze Nikki Bella real quick. Even though you've been around for fucking 20 years. Like, dude, y'all are just trying to start drama. I knew what she was talking about when she said that. I was like, oh yeah, because Nikki Bella was prominent in the women's, like, yeah, after she left is when the women's evolution started. Like Becky Lynch and like, because we got the 4 horsewomen, but like Nikki Bella, AJ, Lee, they began that shit. They were pretty much like giving it over to the others. Yeah, they actually did start that shit. But it only took place after AJ left, after Nikki and Brie left, and then it started to go. So yeah, they did technically pave the way and are the reason the women in the WWE are more respected as wrestlers than they are just divas. So IWC, shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
We're all ranting today. We're all fucking angry today.
Yeah. Fuck surprise returns, by the way. Like, great. Cool.
Oh yeah, surprise returns don't matter anymore. Nope.
Yeah,
Asuka's coming back.
Hell,
what the fuck? It's not even that. Before they even announced her, they spoiled it by showing us the tournament.
I know.
You can see her at the bottom right corner. Just she's there.
They did that by accident, to be honest.
Oh well, they also spoiled it when they were showing off that Unreal show or whatever. The trailer, her name was like written on a whiteboard to come back at WrestleMania. So they have already been planning it. But why not? But we have a mystery opponent coming up for the men's King of the Ring tournament. Why can't Asuka be a mystery woman? Why can't she just come out and... Also, I like how Kairi Zane's been winning a lot. I love that shit.
Same. I love Kairi. One of my favorites.
But relax. You said that really fast. I love Kairi. How is it? Kairi is life. Well, no, Tatum is... Anyways, so... yeah, just like, dude, they didn't even give a shit. They just like, oh, yep, she's coming back. Yay. And obviously she's going to win. If she's coming back, she's winning. I'd love for Stephanie to be in that match. Like, she's going to be in the qualifier, but she's not going to win it probably. But it's definitely going to be Asuka, and it's probably going to be down to Asuka and Roxanne. I don't think Asuka's going to be Queen of the Ring, but hey, I was wrong about Charlotte, so I don't know. But I don't know. Queen Rock sounds really cool. but I don't know. Queen of the Ring rocks. That's I don't know,
that does
kinda
look
corny, but I mean I don't know. But
Yeah.
King Cross, motherfucker.
No, I
He's
don't
not
think
the
he's in
mystery
there.
guy because everyone's like it's either him or Dragunov, and I'm like I'd like King Dragunov, but I'm like I kind of want Dragunov and Gunther. I'd really only want them in a different kind of standing. But then again, you got to think about it here because if you win Queen, because you become King of the Ring, you also get a title shot. Not saying they're gonna throw Cross right into the world title scene with that. It would be cool, but Cross needs more time in the ring. Quit putting him on a main event. Fuck you. I know main event is before Raw. Some people get to see him in some matches. Just put him on a Raw match, dude. You had AJ versus fucking Chad Gable. Like, I know that's a random match, but you could have had like.
That's not a random match. They've been building that up.
Well, yeah, they've been building it up, but I'm like with matches that like because that one it's a storyline, but it's not one of the giant ones like the Seth faction and then Jay and Gunther. But like, why not just have
Wait a minute.
smaller storyline matches?
I just realized something.
Waiting for Sammy and fucking Cross to have a match. What's going on? Like, come on, bro.
I just realized something.
Yes.
Karrion Kross is the Silksong of wrestling.
Oh God. Here we go.
You want it? You want to see more of it, but it never happened.
That's and that's what I'm saying. Like, I get, but like I said, storylines have to tie in together. They have to end in order to bring Karrion into one. There's something building there with Sammy. Sammy is going. It did qualify. We still haven't finished Money in the Bank. Fucking hell. Sammy's qualifying for King of the Ring, but
Worlds Collide, bro.
Yeah, we didn't even finish Worlds Collide. Go to Worlds Collide. Get back on track, damn it.
Fine, okay.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man. I don't know what I'm doing.
The third match was
What's wrong with me?
Legado del Fantasma versus Psycho Clown, Pagano, and hold on for your hats, El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. So, that was I don't even really remember that match either. It was okay. Again, like the two matches in the middle were kind of just okay. Like those, like the Stephanie and Legato match were just eh. But then we had Ethan Page. Oh wait, by the way, the person who won all these it doesn't matter. Whatever. Ethan Page,
sorry,
Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix had a fatal 4-way. It was good. Again, I don't really remember it that much. Like, it wasn't that memorable to me. I know it was probably a good match because, they're all great wrestlers, but it just didn't stick out to me. What did stick out to me, though, was the main event. And this match, holy fucking shit. It's match of the year contender, dude. This match was fucking incredible. El Hijo del... I can't...
Can't do it either. El Hijo del Vikingo, right?
Vikingo? Thank you. Yes, versus Chad Gable, and this match of the year contender. What a fucking incredible match! Of course, Chad lost,
dude.
But
it was great to see Gable. Fuck, sorry. Whoops.
Oh my god.
Oops. I get those mixed up a lot,
Sure, man. Sure,
Anyways,
but yeah.
If he won his Grande, he could have won. It's crazy. He could have won the belt. He could have had it. Grande's still speed champion and nobody talks about it.
Yeah, because speed champion doesn't.
But it's still like
exist.
in a way he's I don't. I know that's the same thing. Sol Ruka's also speed champion. She's technically double belt, but they just don't bring it into NXT. I know. Wait to watch. Hey, we said that about Saturday Night's Main Event. Watch it become canon at some point. Watch there just be like, fuck
maybe
it.
At some point, but right now it's not. So
I don't know why it's just their excuse to have cruiserweight champions, but also I don't know.
Yeah, but overall, I think Worlds Collide was a great first PLE crossover with AAA, and I hope we once WWE and TKO inevitably buy TM. I can't speak today, people. Inevitably buy TNA. I can't wait for that crossover PLE as well. So yeah,
it seems like they're going to, man, because I'm ready to see Nick Nemeth come over back to WWE and do some shit with his brother, because they're TNA tag team champions, him and his brother now. So
yeah, I mean, we
jump in.
AJ
I mean, we saw all the Hardys come in. I mean, at some point, maybe because Hank and Tank are going off, so Hank and Tank face off the Nemeth brothers. Come on now, that'd be a nice match.
Hell yeah,
cooking over here. But it's that's the thing. NXT and TNA are both shows that are popping off, and they're two different brands. It's like, but then then Raw and SmackDown has
struggling a bit.
yeah, we're struggling. Well, SmackDown is struggling. Raw's being saved by Judgment Day and Seth's faction and some other elements. But there's moments where Raw's like, all right, no. But
yeah,
this Raw wasn't that bad. This wasn't that bad. Wasn't great, but wasn't that bad until the main event. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that was. I think Worlds Collide was a great PLE. I hope we get more crossover PLEs in the future. I imagine we're probably only going to get like 1 or 2 a year, which I'm fine with. But yeah.
Right. All right. Well, I guess on to Money in the Bank then, huh?
Hell yeah.
Which we already talked about it, but yes, the one thing that got me the beautiful belt above my head, and yes, surprisingly, I was right about Naomi. I had it in my gut, and I was like, man, they might give this to Roxanne, and then at some point I was like, they might just give this shit to Rhea. Naomi was kind of pushed into the background because like she is a heel. So she was kind of like, you know, off to the side, but she was still doing a lot of shit. We got Devil's Kiss on a ladder. Ruined by Pat McAfee, I would say. Like, I get it. He's cool. He likes to get us hype, us viewers at home. But man, Booker T does it better. Please stop. That's all I gotta say. Please put Stephanie not in front of this man on commentary because damn it. The high isn't the same thing as it's. Come on, that like chill out. That was great. But Naomi won it, and it gained me 1 point closer to this beautiful belt.
The belt you don't deserve, you bitch.
I literally guessed them all right. No cheating at all, sir.
You cheated.
There's no. How do you cheat a prediction? How do you cheat a prediction?
I don't know.
I locked them in, and then
you did it somehow. You did somehow.
I locked them in the same time we did on this fucking podcast.
I don't know. You did it somehow. You saw the future. You grabbed. You used some like celestial power to.
Correct. I used my beard powers. My beard was very combed and pristine, and that's what got me the win. Oh, not to mention, experiencing this PLE was fucking shit for me. Now I can remember. I would say my experience of the week goes down to a 4. I had to watch this shit on my phone. The night of that PLE, it's thundering here and lightning and storming, and my fucking internet goes out. Power's fine. My internet goes out. So I have to watch this shit on my phone while in the call and Discord with him. Now it's like, oh, don't have to watch it with him. I like to watch it with him because we have a fucking show about it. So I watched it on my phone with him, and I was hoping by the time it got at least the main event, the power would be up. They're like, it'd be done by 9:30. That shit didn't get done until 3 o'clock in the morning. So I went to bed as soon as it was over. Like I can't do anything. Like I can't even like play the games I want to play. I went to bed after that. Wasn't the great experience, but I got to actually see and understand what was going on, and my phone didn't die on me, thank God. But
dude, that was
God, and I had worked in
Games Fest. I just went to sleep immediately because I couldn't handle the depression of not getting anything about Silksong.
Yeah, he had to call me, and I was like, man, I had to like in a way talk to this man and calm him down. I was like, brother, we're gonna get it. It got mentioned. It matters. It's gonna be here. And he's going to. The podcast will end because he will be slave to it. I'm just kidding. He'll be gone. No.
I will be streaming for 48 hours when it comes out, though. So look forward to that.
Probably. He'll sleep and leave it on and then get back on it. Subathon.
Yeah, for real. Subathon on Silksong with no subs. Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, that was just like the experience of that. Like the PLE, like in my opinion, I would give it an 8.5 maybe. I know the ending made it better, so maybe it's close to like a 9. But like regardless, like the first match,
good PLE.
I'd probably say 9, because like I didn't care for the main event until we got like R-Truth.
Yeah,
really, I was like, it's just a fucking tag match, and like the men's was good too, but it's like they really upset LA again. They really upset Los Angeles because LA Knight did not get the win. As much as I was happy that Seth won, only because I was able to get it right and get this belt, Seth wasn't really the real pick. Like the real wrestler fan of me, like inside of me, the pick was not Seth. I was going for LA Knight. I would have been fine if LA Knight won it, but for, Prediction World Championship belt standards, I wanted it to be Seth. But I was hoping, I'm like, man, give LA Knight his flowers, man. But it's like, storyline-wise, it didn't make sense to me. He's only been eyeing up the U.S. title. Why would you randomly go after Cena? Even if he doesn't, Cena drops it, why would he randomly go for that? He's not main event material. And 2, why would you randomly want to go after Jay? It's like the only title he's been setting his sights on is... And then it wouldn't even make sense for Dominic Mysterio. He's only been eyeing up the U.S. title. Nothing more. So if he just cashes in on Jacob, that's just, wow, you're 3-time United States champion. Wow. Like, come on. It just wouldn't have made sense. But, the women's, as always, was the best one of the night. The best match of the night.
Disagree completely.
Oh.
Completely disagree.
Well, the best Money in the Bank match.
Completely disagree.
You think the men's were better?
If you look at it from just an in-ring perspective, the men's match was way more exciting and better than the women's match.
Solo was the highlight of that fucking match. Solo was the highlight.
Dude, you don't remember the crazy El Grande spot?
That's not what I meant. I meant how he was acting. Mocking people and then walking around that first part where he's trying to do settle me and then kicked him in the face. No, not the highlight, but he was he was funny to see or a sight to see. No, the highlight was the Grande spot, and then Jacob Fatu finally turned on Solo,
which had me crying when he said "I hate you, bro." I was a mess. I was emotionally back.
It's deserved, Krodok.
No, it's not.
Solo treats him like shit, dude. Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
Solo always treated him like a god, man. But
Solo
just
literally.
Ungrateful bitch.
Nah, bro. Okay. Nah, Solo.
Now I hate Jacob.
You're delusional. Solo has replaced Jacob with JC Mateo.
He didn't replace shit.
Literally on SmackDown beforehand.
Jacob is so insecure that he thinks that.
Literally on SmackDown beforehand, you have JC Mateo yelling at Jacob saying, he's the problem, not me. And Solo ain't doing shit about it. And then Solo is over here saying that Jacob is all gas, no brains. How dare he? How dare he say that about Jacob?
He said that because Jacob was being a bitch in the first place. He was being an asshole first, bro. He was the asshole first.
Jacob did everything on his own, and Solo didn't do shit.
God, you're clinically insane.
No. Jacob did exactly what he needed to do, and I stand with Jacob. Fuck you, Solo, and I hate you, Solo. So it's over with. They're going to fight at SummerSlam or probably Night of Champions. And, So, Jacob over both of those guys. Also, where's Tongaloa? Where the fuck is the GOAT? I need the Tama Tonga wasn't even there. I need the Tongans to come out as a tag team or some shit, man.
Yeah, I guess. But, all right. Where are we in this Money in the Bank thing?
I said Naomi. Naomi got that right, and then after that was Dominic and Octagon Jr., which is a crazy ass name. I love it.
It was a good match. Nothing spectacular, but nothing bad either.
He cheated to win.
Oh my god, he didn't, dude.
Liv got involved. He didn't win clean.
Doesn't matter. That is clean, man.
He didn't win clean, bro. Liv distracted him. I've been trying to tell you this, and you ain't been listening.
That is literally clean, dude.
It's not. Liv distracted him.
Oh my god. Whatever. We're moving on. Becky,
you mean to tell me outside interference from the Bloodline members, that's Roman winning clean? No.
That's different. Liv didn't do anything.
Neither did the Bloodline members, but they still distracted.
Bloodline members would come in and literally hit the person.
Liv didn't they didn't lay a hand on anybody. Anyways, Bloodline rules.
What about Solo literally spiking Cody Rhodes right in the fucking throat?
The referee didn't see it, but the referee did see Liv getting involved. See, the referee didn't see it; it didn't happen.
Get involved.
The referee didn't see it; it didn't happen.
Exactly. So he didn't see Liv.
He saw Liv. He saw Liv. Anyways,
Oh my. God, you're just rage banning at
No,
this
it's
point.
only working for the bloodline. They didn't happen, but with Liv, it happened. It's happened. Sorry, it's doesn't. It's just you got to live with it, bro. You live with it. He cheated, anyways.
Oh my
He's an ungrateful piece of shit. He doesn't respect his father. He's disrespecting one of the greatest, probably upcoming luchadors, Octagon Jr. And
I will leave this call.
Like it's
I will
just
leave this call.
getting tired. Wow, we're ending the podcast
Continue
right now.
to disrespect my goat, Dominic Mysterio. Damn right, I will. I will. Don't you dare disrespect the
Fine, I
greatest
won't.
luchador
Since
of
we
all
gotta
time.
finish this show. We're not even in the main. What are we talking about? All right, we haven't gotten into anything. All right, next match was that. It was a great match, regardless of Liv getting involved, even though she didn't physically touch anybody.
Match. Great match.
It was a good match.
Tom always has good matches. So.
It was quick, but because it was supposed to be a fun, quick match, anyways, it was thrown in there last minute, obviously. So it wasn't even planned to be a big match. So, but it was fun. I liked it, and of course, Dom retained.
Of course, he's the goat.
Yeah. But after that, Becky Lynch and Lyra Part 2.
I think this was the best match of the night.
This one, they improved better from their Backlash one. Like, I like their Backlash one.
Match was incredible. What are you talking about?
You know what? Yeah. It was, but no, this one felt better than that. This one felt a little bit better to me. I don't know why.
The Backlash one was way better.
I guess so, but
this one just had more violence.
Winning this shit, even though I chose her, we both predicted her, it was surprising to me that they were allowing her to, but they just kept like throwing it in our faces, like, you're going to raise my hand, and then this is the last time. I'm like, well, this is the last time. She's definitely going to win it. There's no way in hell that you wouldn't have a women's intercontinental title that she's never won.
Yeah.
And this gives her, because I think that made her Grand Slam, didn't it? Or was she already Grand Slam?
No, she needs the U.S. title.
She needs the women's U.S. So, yeah. So, someday she probably will hold that U.S. title. I highly doubt it. But if she stays around long enough, she probably will.
Well,
but to hold a title that she has not able to have yet makes sense. It sucks for Lyra, but Lyra had that for a good bit. And Lyra's over now, so.
True.
Way over than she has been.
Okay, listen. I'm going back to fantasy booking here, but
no, I'm kidding.
Charlotte Flair, actually, she's gonna be in Queen of the Ring. Never mind. But if she loses in Queen of the Ring, I think she will. I think, I think Jade Cargill will win Queen of the Ring, but whatever. We'll get to that in a bit. I think if Charlotte Flair wins the U.S. title off Zelina Vega, then what they're gonna do is a triple threat at Evolution between Bayley, Becky, and Charlotte, where both titles are on the line. So whoever wins becomes the first Grand Slam champ.
Oh, I like that.
I don't, but
I still think you're probably gonna like declare it in a couple of weeks of Becky. I don't think Bayley and Becky are not gonna be, because they've already told us who's gonna be in the damn qualifier besides the mystery person. Well, there's in the men's, but all the women are there. All the women are there because they didn't want to. They could have just mystery gave us Asuka, which I would have thought that would have been the best time to return. But still, it's just like, oh, she's here, and see you later. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, for that, I mean, and also if people don't know, it's going to be at Night of Champions because obviously with the fucking schedule of the PLEs, with them all being back to back, they didn't have time to throw in a King and Queen of the Ring arena or whatever they did last time. But
I actually like this more than having like an individual.
Yeah, it needs to, because it used to be just a traditional match. It being its own PLE, it's just like they didn't have anything. But it's going to be a Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, and but I don't even know. I don't know what else I was going to say. I was going to say something else.
I don't mind Becky actually winning. I know. I feel like there's some people that'll be like Becky Hogan, which by the way, if
they have been, and someone that we know did it, and I was like, don't call her that. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand like why, if it was Becky Hogan, like if you wanted to say that she would have immediately won the Intercontinental title on the first run. If you wanted to call her that, she would have won it then, but she's not that because she's trying to, in my opinion, And you probably think it is
She's
too. She's
elevating
putting
it.
over Lyra, dude.
Yeah, she's literally put over Lyra. 'cause
Lyra literally looks
before
up to her. This is
feud,
just the way to do
Lyra
it.
did not get a reaction at all. Like before this feud, Lyra's not getting like many reactions. Now Lyra is over as hell, and people are chanting the woos whenever she comes
and it's
out.
not just like, oh, she's been over because they do her entrance. Oh, no. Okay, entrance reaction versus promo reaction is a whole different thing. Seth can come out there and do the ho, and then it could be crickets later on if he's saying shit. But
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like Dom. Is like he'll get boos and shit, but when he wins a belt, the pop is louder. It's like it's a whole different story when it comes to like, oh yeah, it's just like, oh, it's a chant and the damn entrance. But if she comes out there and they're getting reactions and shit, then it's working. Becky's putting her over. Just because she lost the belt does not mean shit. That still puts Lyra over. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, well, I hate Lyra now because she's no longer the champion and this is gonna suck for her. That's not what this is. Becky's here to put over this talent.
So Lyra could very well get the belt back right away, and I think Becky loses the belt to Lyra or Bayley like right away. I don't even think she holds it that long.
It'll probably be Bayley, and we might get that Bayley versus Lyra match or something. But yeah, she's back. She came back on Raw. That's a return you need to see. That right there is the kind of return you need. Like Asuka could walk out with her entrance, sure, but Bayley returning unprompted, no entrance, nothing. That's the best way you can do it. So this Raw was good because of stuff like that. With her showing up, because I heard people screaming and shit, and I see this purple-haired woman. I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, shit. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting her to show up right now. But Evolution's coming up. So it's like, they also got to prepare for Night of Champions and then Evolution. That's why also Nikki Bella's back. We're probably going to get a Nikki Bella versus Liv Morgan at Evolution. But also, I've been watching some YouTubers, and they gave me a great idea.
What?
Brie and Bella versus Liv and Raquel for the women's tag belts.
No.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying they're going to win it. I'm saying you could still get that match because with Liv, with comes Liv, comes Raquel. Now, you could just get Liv and Nikki, but I, for some reason, don't see just Nikki being here. Brie's going to be at Evolution. She has to be in some way, shape, or form. If not fighting in the background. I would like to actually see that match. Like old generation and new generation. That would be cool. I'm not saying that they would win the belts. They probably would have that as an idea because Liv and Raquel are 4-time tag team champions, or Liv at least is. I think Raquel's 2-time. But a way to get it off the belts and then another tag team beats them for it. I don't know. But I don't think they're going to go that route. But still, it would be a cool match at Evolution. I would like that as a tag match.
I wouldn't like it, and it's not about who wins or loses. I don't care about that. I just don't care because the women's tag belts shouldn't fucking exist, man. I'm sorry.
You're damn right. They're not even defending them. They're literally don't, because all the women tag teams are mainly in SmackDown. We don't have any more. Where are all the women's tag?
Drop, dude.
No, they're just they're just trying to get random people to team up with each other. Like I think Liv and Raquel are the only ones. They should go to NXT.
Yeah.
You actually have women tag teams over there, or you can make some. Like,
yeah, there's tons of women's talent.
But still, I would like, if not for the titles, I wouldn't mind those 4 fighting each other because I know some way like Brie's gonna come back. It's getting into that season where there's gonna be a lot of shockers and returns and Evolution. And no, I'm not gonna throw out AJ Lee because like everybody still wants her to, but I think she's completely done at this point. I don't give a shit if she's been training. Okay, all right. Wrestlers retired to train all the damn time. You gotta go in and have your expectations low. Because I tell you right now, the only people that I kind of see returning is like Michelle McCool or something, or like, just big names, but they're not going to be there forever. Like,
well, if Michelle McCool returns, she's not wrestling, dude. She can't wrestle. I mean, she probably can, but like,
well, she still can go. Like, she returned, like, I think last year's. Was it this year's Royal Rumble? No, it was last year's. Last year's Royal Rumble, she was there. So like she can still go, but
yeah, but a Royal Rumble is way different than.
But yeah, but I mean, they because I say that because I don't know if they're going to do that this year, if they're going to have a battle royale or if they're going to have a Royal Rumble. Because the reason the women's Royal Rumble exists is because they had it at Evolution. So if they had like a 30-woman version of their Royal Rumble, again, like just for having other, other big stars come out, I would not mind that. But I don't know what they're having. There's no match card planned yet. It's like a month away. We have to get through Night of Champions first, and then that. So
yeah, true. But yeah, men's ladder match, eh?
Oh yeah, the one I got right.
Okay.
I'm the champion. Anyways, wow, you got to glaze. All right, I'm gonna do it too.
I know. I'm just trying to make you feel guilty. It's a strategy.
For what? It was
mind games.
It was a
Mind
fair
games.
win.
Mind games. You cheated.
Oh, okay, sure.
I'm just playing mind games, bro. I'm just playing mind games.
Yeah, I told them to make sure that I win.
Exactly. You have connections.
Yes. Shit, if I did, I'd have.
Leela Rel message replied to you. You have connections.
Leela Rel, if you don't know, from one of the LFG contestants, who is now going by Gentala and Evolve, WWE Evolved, replied to me on Twitter. I know it's not like the biggest flex, like people will reply to anyone, like fucking Karrion Kross has replied to me before, which is amazing. But no, she's great. I'm glad she did. But no, yeah, because I had a whole rant on there because her name in LFG was Leela Rel. That's her real government name. But now she's going by Gentala, a name that she chose to go by for like an identity. Because I guess, because I only made the rant because I've grown up through the Vince era where he gets a superstar who has an not a bad name. And then he gives them a name that sounds either corny or downright in some way a little bit tinge of racist. That's why I saw her name. I was thinking WWE gave her this name because she is, I don't know her ethnicity. I don't know her nationality. She looks like she's a bit of like Asian mixed with like Korean, Korean is like, I don't know her full ethnicity.
Korean is Asian, brother.
Well, sorry. Asian ethnicity, possibly Korean nationality. I don't know what her full thing is. I'm not going to guess it here because I'm not going to want to get my ass canceled when people already said that she cooked me. She just explained to me what her name was. She did it in the most heartfelt, nicest way possible. That's why she was one of my picks for the show to go through, because she just was like full of passion and like heart. So like that was the nicest way possible. She didn't cook me, people. Relax here. I wouldn't be mad if she did. I would respect her still, but like she was just telling me like she chose her name. She chose that name because it meant something to her. But even though I like the Leela Rel name, it's badass, but she chose Gentala. So I respect that, and I respect you, Leela Rel. You're definitely not watching this shit. But yes, I told Leela Rel, I said, make sure that they get me the win here at Money in the Bank. And she crunched some numbers, and it happened. But no, if I had connections, the people I've been reaching out to be on this podcast would be on here by now. People I've reached out to Karrion Kross, nothing.
Oh, you're just really mad, are you? Okay.
I'm trying, man. He's awesome, and I want to talk to the man. But people have a sour taste about online podcasts, and I'm like, brother, it's easy. We don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to meet us anywhere. I'm trying. If it happens, it'll be episode 500 by then. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, you gave up, so that's your fault.
I didn't give up. I'm still talking. I'm still posting under his post. I haven't given up.
Good.
I'm not going to plaster his email. He gets emails every day. I'll keep saying shit in his Twitter post and his Instagram post. But his email, I'm not blowing his ass up as much. He's getting a lot of business emails. My little channel fucking over here. Hey man, can you?
Yeah. But back to the men's ladder match. We're so fucking. We're like, we're anyway.
It's gonna be a 3-hour, 5-hour podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah, dude. This men's ladder match was, I think it was like second best match of the night next to Becky and Lyra, and I think, this match, it's interesting because I really wanted literally like. Who did I want to win? I don't even remember.
You wanted Penta to win, which was very interesting. You were like Penta or El Grande wouldn't have been bad.
Well,
but you chose Penta.
I just didn't want Seth to win, to be honest. But
I'm surprised you didn't go for it. Well, you also didn't want LA Knight to win. You were just like, nope, nope.
Half
of that was rage bait, but also like.
That was
You were rage
dude,
baiting a friend of ours, not wanting
Yeah,
because
I'm
the
just
guy was
fucking-
wanting LA. Like I understand his frustration. I was for LA for like 2 years, and then this year I was like, I want him, but then again, it's like storyline, no. And it sucks that they're only basically going this shit off storyline. But because we've grown up and we're able to predict shit, like with media and stuff, you can't hide that kayfabe or hide that storyline forever. You can look at it and be like, you can go. I'll go into matches like when I went into Bad Blood. I made sure, even though I did my predictions before then, I made sure to go in there and not think to myself, I know who's going to win every match. I went in there and I was like, anybody can win this shit. Now with Roman and Cody, I fucking called it. They were going to win. But I went in there and I was like, anybody can win any of these matches. I predicted, but I went in there with a heart of like, I wouldn't be mad if my choices didn't, I just went in there as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit there and watch the show and do that too. In a way, I can clear my headspace, but I can also remember, hey, I chose that guy, and now I got the belt. Yeah, booyaka.
Yeah, I think the mistake I made during this prediction of Money in the Bank is I predicted who, at least for most of them, I predicted who I wanted to win instead of who I thought should win. Or whatever.
Right, yeah, and like you did want Roxanne for the women's.
I let my heart get the better of me,
which is great because like she is a cult runner up, and like obviously like if not this, I could see her winning 2026's Royal Rumble if she's in it again. She, in a way, people have been calling for Liv Morgan because she's been a runner up for so fucking long, but since she has so much success without it, she doesn't need it. I think. But Roxanne, I would not mind that. And let it be her year next year because it's crazy to try to predict that because you brought up 3 NXT fucking Julia and Stephanie are considered to be indie related independent scene veterans in my opinion because they've done so much more out there. They were on NXT to get that development, but Roxanne is an NXT veteran. So her coming up, but then them two also coming up, it's like they could go either way. Julia needs more love, people. She's getting too many crickets out there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because people got a pop for Stephanie when she first showed up on Raw after Mania. Julia, y'all are too damn silent. She's amazing in the ring. There were moments like SmackDown, she kind of got a reaction when she attacked, Zelina. There was a bit of a reaction there. But they're not giving enough. Like when she comes out, they're just like, her theme song is also fucking amazing. Nobody's doing anything. They're just like, cool.
I hear you, but also you can't like really ask people to cheer for someone if they're not hyped about them.
Yeah,
and I can't blame.
Yeah, and I'm not trying
really
to do
being
that, but it's like coming up from the same place. It's like she's great in the ring. I get it. Like she's limited with her English. Like that's the thing. The same thing with Io. They're all limited. Stephanie's limited as well, and they have that accent. But it's like, I'm not saying like you need to. Yeah, I'm not saying you need to cheer more, but it's like I feel bad because Julia is great, and I wish the reaction with Roxanne and Stephanie was kind of like shared with Julia in a way, but
yeah,
maybe they'll do some more.
As soon as she showed up on main roster, she literally broke a record in the Royal Rumble. So
yeah. But with Julia, like I think with this Zelina feud, they're gonna build up some things, and at some point, like Julia will start getting like those cheers or even the boos because she's a heel, so even the boos will work. Like if you're getting a reaction, it's working.
Yeah, if it's a positive or negative reaction, the reaction is still a reaction. So.
Exactly. With Dom, yes. And then look, Dom's not getting cheered, so. But,
damn right, because he's the GOAT. So he's the GOAT.
Of course, the match result was Naomi, and we called it there. I got the belt as soon as that happened. And
the men's ladder match result was Naomi. Mm-hmm. Sure,
yes, so Naomi won. Sorry. We're talking about the women, so I got sidetracked. Anyways. With the men's, the result was Seth freaking Rollins. One that I disagree with, but was glad because I chose it because I was like, hey, let me go in the head of the bald man, Triple H, and let's see what he goes for. And he picked Seth Rollins, who really didn't need it, but he won it 10 years ago, so I was like, well. And then the people, his Airbnb security, Braun and Braun, son. It reminds me of J&J Security from 2015. Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, the two little dudes who would come out with him while he had the Money in the Bank briefcase. 2015 Authority.
The Bronze.
It's happening again. He's got two guys, B&B, J&J. Paul Heyman's behind him. Not to mention this man came out looking like the fucking Riddler in Monday Night Raw. Which is interesting. He had his own custom green Titantron. I was not mad about that. That was actually pretty cool. I don't think Roxanne had that, but I was like, oh no, Roxanne. Naomi. I don't know if Naomi will have that, but I mean, she probably will still have, caution thing. But imagine a green background. And she comes out with a green attire, but like, it's Seth Rollins, so obviously they're going to do it for him. Came out, green attire, green background. That's probably just a one-off, but it looked cool because I was like, why is it fucking green? I was like, oh, he won.
Oh, yeah.
But him being, it just reminds me of 2015 Seth. So I had a feeling they were going to do it again, and they're just recreating the storyline, but it's in a different aspect this time. So him having the briefcase just an homage to what happened in 10 years ago. But LA Knight overall would have been a pick if I wasn't going for this belt, because he's had 3 years and he hasn't gotten it. And I knew Naomi was going for it because they had to even mention this is her 5th time. And I'm like, well, she's fucking getting it then. If you go 5 times for her in her career and she doesn't even win it, come on. It was like one of those predictable ones. It was like, oh, well, everybody wants LA Knight. Well, he's definitely not going to win it. Everybody wants Rhea. She's definitely not winning it. It's like, that's how you look at it. Like, you have that pick in your mind. It's the same thing with, like, it was between Cena and Punk at Royal Rumble, and then it shocked us out of nowhere that it was Jay. Jay wasn't even my pick. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, well, so, but
yeah.
Main event. Yeah. Oh God, this one was not.
Dude, Cody Rhodes and Jay Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. This match
in this accent, but okay.
I blacked out for this match, so I can't really.
I didn't give a shit about this match until the end. Or not. I didn't get. It was good. There was like good table spots. Logan Paul hit a good bit of spots. I was praising his spot, and then some damn video came out, and it was like, this is a move nobody's ever done before. The top rope moonsault that he did, or the top rope thing that he did. Everybody did that move. Everybody's done that move. Logan
Shawn
Paul
Michaels famously did that.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, fucking take your ego down a bit. You didn't. That move has been done before, buddy. You have not done enough research.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the modern era, or like, I guess someone like you haven't, like a celebrity hasn't done it, but in the WWE as a whole, Rey Mysterio's done that move before too. So, yeah. Don't know what you're thinking here, buddy. The guy that you fought for the U.S. title and researched all his matches, you should know that he done it. Anyways, but he did that, like he did a, table splash onto, I think it was Jey Uso or Cody, one of them. It might have been Cody. But this match was okay, but it wasn't really like the hype, because like the men's Money in the Bank was like more hype than anything. This like watered it down. The only thing good about it was the ending, because shit's going on. The referee is just checking. The referee he didn't get knocked out this time, thank God. But he randomly left the ring and went out there and was checking on Cody and Jay and Logan to make sure they're okay. And while that's happening, oh no, Cody was in the ring because he was about to get hit by Cena's belt, and then he got hit at referee's outside, blind and deaf as hell, and Cena is just standing there, and then someone comes in from the ring and attacks him, and takes off his mask, and it's R-Truth. The biggest pop that man has ever gotten in his life. He's returned, and he leaves.
Ron Killings now.
And now he's Ron Killings, and he leaves Cody. I don't think. Oh no. There's a. Yeah, that happens. Cena rolls out of the ring. Something happens. I think Logan comes in, and then Cody hits the crossroads. Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
That was Money in the Bank. That ending made my rating of the show go up higher. It was an 8 out of 5 because that main event was lackluster, but it went up to a 9. Hell, it was an 8. It went up to a 9 because of that ending. So
I agree with that.
I will say it's a better PLE than Money in the Bank 2024. They redeemed themselves with this one. They redeemed themselves because they didn't even, regardless of people wanting LA Knight, it wasn't no Drew McIntyre win it and cash in on the same night and then nothing happens. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Even though Triple H is calling it a prop.
Yeah. Because I mean, because I think Backlash was a 10 out of 10. I genuinely think that PLE had like nothing wrong with it, but
you're saying that because you got every match right and you became champion. Mm-hmm.
That isn't even true. I wouldn't, dude. If that was the case, I would call this PLE a 0 out of 10. I think it's a 9 out of 10. No. I think Backlash was genuinely like the best PLE of 2025 so far. Like just all around, like nothing was wrong with it. Not even a single low point.
Yeah, it beat.
But Money in the Bank did have a low point in the main event, which was just it being kind of until R-Truth. So
yeah, it's like all those matches except for the main event, like
and the women's ladder match was kind of lackluster as well. So
it wasn't that well. I mean, there was better spots in the men's, I'd say too. But I still enjoyed.
Look at last year's women match, dude. That had way crazier spots.
Well, yeah, because you also had Io Sky in that shit, so that was also going off the rails. Like, I mean, that shit was going off. I don't remember all the people in that match last year, but that they always. I mean, just some things they couldn't do, but I mean, you also had those, the Rhea stare down with Stephanie, and then. Roxanne and Julia teaming up, and then like the Roxanne stare down with Alexa Bliss. Like all these people had chemistry in a good way that I want to see them clash again. And if Evolution is that case, fucking give it to me, because I want to see more of these interactions. More. I'm tired of like seeing these like it feels like because like these shows are in the same world, but when you don't see them interact, it kind of sucks because like there's people like, oh, he's never faced this person, she's never fought this person. I just like to see them stare down when worlds do collide, even though they're in the same world with WWE. It's like I like to see those brands collide like that. So I need more of that face down interaction. So, but that was Money in the Bank, and we've already mentioned a lot of Raw, but I mean we can jump back and forth with Raw because
yeah, I guess I want to just mention like to the two most important things to me about Raw, and that was we got basically 2 matches, well, technically 4, well, kinda. We got 2 matches like confirmed for a Night of Champions, one being CM Punk versus John Cena, and I forget what the other one was, but I think we got something else, right?
Well, two of those is obviously the King and Queen of the Ring, finals, yeah. But we don't know who there's going to be yet, and then I think that's only those. I don't think anyone's made a declaration at Night of Champions. Because Becky was out there, but I don't think...
Oh, okay, I remember what it was. I basically said to myself that's going to be Becky versus Bayley.
Oh, yeah, it's probably going to be that. It's probably going to be a rematch, or they're going to get involved and it'll be a triple threat. But it's hard to tell. If not Lyra, it's probably going to be her and Bayley. But we'll have to see the build-up of the next 2 weeks, because that's how long it takes to get us to Night of Champions. We have 2 weeks. So buckle up for all these Yeah.
Next week we'll do maybe a tier list again or something, and then the week after it'll be predictions again.
Yeah. So. Oh my god. Like this belt is going to be bouncing between. If I don't get it right, it's going to be bouncing between us, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be there's going to probably be one PLE where like we're both going to get it right, and one of us is just going to hold on to it. It's like it's going to be back and forth.
Yeah.
And I keep telling myself that they're going to change this trope, hopefully, when Cena's retirement tour is over. Because I keep thinking to myself that it's not only just because of the house shows, but it's also because of him. But then again, TKO likes to have a lot of events. And you also have UFC having shit. So back-to-back events is probably what they want. But damn these ticket prices, man.
Fucking crazy.
Oh, God. But yeah, Evolution, like, oh my God. You got that and all that. Oh. But
isn't that the week after Night of Champions?
Evolution?
I think so.
No, Night of Champions is June, right? End of June?
It's end of this month. 28th.
No, so Evolution would be 2 weeks after Night of Champions because it's
Okay.
July 12th and 13th. So yeah, it
So
would be
again,
two
we'll
weeks
have
after.
one podcast.
One podcast of nothing, and then a PLE prediction, and then a review.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, get ready, man. And
Cool.
and then SummerSlam, and then
Yeah.
Crown
Okay.
Jewel, no, or something like that. I can't remember what's that.
I want to do another little thing with you here. I sent 2 images in the chat in our little thing. I want you to
You
look
haven't
at.
even gotten to Raw. What are we doing here?
No. This is about Raw.
Okay.
So click on one of the images. Tell me which one you clicked
Okay.
on first. Which one?
Okay, I clicked on the men's.
Okay. I want us to just right now say who we think is going to be the 2 finalists and who's going to win each of these
Okay.
matches. I'll go first. I mean, we already know that Sammy won
Sammy's
that one.
Sammy's the one for Raw. For SmackDown
Yeah.
this Friday is Orton, LA Knight, Malachi Black, and Carmella Hayes.
Yes, I think this one's like honestly really hard to me, but I feel like they'll probably do someone like Aleister Black or Carmelo Hayes. I think I'm gonna go with Aleister Black though, because I feel like they maybe just want to do that, so it'd be him. Me.
I would assume, given that it's Sami Zayn, I mean, it doesn't really matter who people face because worlds can collide. No pun intended. I don't think they're going to give it to Orton this year because he went last year. I know he can get some kind of redemption, but given how you got the other people on the other side, could be crazy. Because you also got to look at like, oh, whoever faces here, then you got to get the last 2 people. In my opinion, yeah, Black could work, but
Yeah.
I feel like because he's only been here for so long, he's not going to get it right away. Because there was an upset at Money in the Bank, I think LA Knight could get this.
I see that, yeah, but
And then him and Sami Zayn would have to fight on a certain show
yeah,
to get that qualifier, which would be cool because we have seen them interact, but we haven't seen them face off because like.
that's a good one, actually.
Orton would be people's choices, but I just feel like he's not going to.
I don't see it. No.
Also, for him, yeah, there's something probably he'll have brewing at some point, but LA Knight
know
makes
why?
sense. It gives LA Knight another chance.
Yeah. See, I think you have a good thought process, but I just think that Sami Zayn is gonna be in the finals. So if that's the case, I don't see them putting LA Knight ahead and then making him lose to Sammy. So I am like especially with what they're trying to do
could, though.
right now.
They could though. They probably
mean-
could. And they can. It will piss more people off.
I
Now,
guess, but
now,
I
with
think
that,
Sammy's
now, if we
gonna be in
want
the
to predict
finals because
that,
it's in Saudi Arabia, right? And people love Sammy in Saudi Arabia. So
yeah, that's why I think this is going to happen. If that happens, either one of these guys. Now, if it's Orton has history with Sammy. Them two, and then Sammy wins. That's a big, thing.
true.
Now, if Sammy wins this, boom, he's the first guy in the, the little first square before the finals. You got to go over here to SmackDown on this side. Who do you think over here with like Cody, Priest, Andrade, and Nakamura?
I don't see Cody winning, but I could also see them kind of going with that. To be honest, I wish Nakamura or Andrade would win, but I think it's just going to be Priest.
Well, we've already had King Nakamura, so we're not going to get that again. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be Priest. Like,
It's probably going to be Damian Priest.
yeah.
It's very interesting here down here with the Raw one, which is Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, and a mystery opponent.
It's the mystery person, obviously.
It's
but
always
like,
the
we
mystery
don't-
person. Now, if the mystery person is Cross, and we get Sami Zayn and Cross at Saudi Arabia, they're going to be rooting for
dude, that would
Cross.
be sick. Holy shit.
And
you're
if
cooking.
Sammy wins, they are going to be pissed.
Dude, you're cooking.
Because
Wait a minute.
think about it. Now think about it here. Because every time he's on screen, they're cheering. And every time he's on screen, who's there with him? Sami Zayn. Every single time. And I love your little like insights where you're like, climb the ladder. Oh, he might be at Money in the Bank. No, climb the ladder can mean like, motherfucker, I'm about to climb the actual ladder here to the top. But now you got to think about who he faces. Now, if he is the mystery guy and he faces either one of these guys, I don't remember if him and Priest have had an interaction, but I know it's not going to go to Andrade, Nakamura, or Cody Rhodes, because if it goes to Cody Rhodes, then he wins it, obviously.
Yeah.
But something's going to happen, I believe, Friday, like maybe Cena getting involved, because think about it. We have 2 weeks to figure out things that are going to happen. If something happens in between SmackDown before this match, like Logan Paul gets involved or John Cena, that's probably going to stop him from getting there. There's more shit building for Cena and Rhodes, probably part 2. He probably won't get it this way. If we get that at SummerSlam, he probably won't get it this way. And then you got to think about it, because if Cross does beat Sammy, which I don't think is going to happen, it's going to, if Sammy leads, if Seth at some point does cash in on Gunther, you're probably going to get Sammy and Seth at SummerSlam for that title.
Oh, dude,
I don't see Cross going for that yet. It's just because he's not involved with everything yet. But still, I would think and hope that Cross would win. But I feel like in a way they're giving this King of the Ring shit to Sami Zayn. I'm already predicting, like, I don't know if he's even going to be in the finals, but like, I don't see anyone else. Sami Zayn and Cross. And then that pushes Cross, because they obviously want Cross to win it. But if he doesn't, it pisses off the fans more, and then the fans start begging for him more. So,
yeah, I think you're absolutely cooking there.
I'm hoping, man, because I've been cooking air lately, man. I got fucking Rock and Cena wrong. I don't know what else I'm gonna get wrong at SummerSlam that I've been thinking about. It's like, but here's one thing. I swear to God.
What?
I hope the mystery man isn't Roman. No hate to Roman. I really hope it's not Roman, because Roman versus Sammy. Obviously, Roman's going to be the fucking King of the Ring. Yeah. It's like, I just hope it's not him. Everyone's saying it's probably him. But if it's Dragunov, well,
I mean,
Dragunov could beat Sammy, and then he goes and faces Gunther at SummerSlam.
I think so. If it's Dragunov, I see him winning and facing Gunther at SummerSlam. Like,
I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. People would probably be mad because, like, he hasn't been here in a while, and like Sami Zayn's been trying to get to the top again. But if it's Cross and Sammy, well, we'll say our predictions at the predictions episode. We don't know yet because we only have one person contending, but you have the women's here too as well, right?
Wait, I just want to say, I think that prediction makes so much sense, because Sami Zayn, I literally can't see him not getting in the finals, because it's Saudi Arabia. People love Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia, and also it would be such a big, like, feel-good moment for Saudi Arabia if Sami Zayn won. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you brought up the women's as well, is what I'm looking at here. I don't even think I'll put these on the screen. I don't know. With the women's finals, or the women's semifinals, we already have Roxanne Perez, who beat Liv Morgan, Kairi Sane, and Rhea Ripley. But for SmackDown this coming week, we're going to have Jade Cargill, Michin, Niven, and Piper Niven, and Nia Jax.
It's Jade Cargill. I think Jade Cargill wins the whole thing.
Nia Jax has already been Queen of the Ring. There's no reason for her to be put in there. I
think she wins the entire thing. I think Jade Cargill easily wins.
Yeah, it's going to be Jade Cargill versus Perez, obviously. Jade is definitely going to beat Roxanne. Now, it'd be crazy if Roxanne beats her.
I wouldn't mind, but yeah.
But then next week on Raw, or the week afterwards, which is this coming week, Asuka, Stephanie Vaquer.
It's Asuka.
It's Asuka.
This one's way more predictable.
Raquel and Ivy Nile. Shout out to Ivy Nile, man. She's doing everything she can, but she's not fully like over yet. Her time is coming. I hope so. I hope there's no release and happen. I hope her contract isn't releasing. Also, the thing about Cross's contract, how it's ending soon and it hasn't been renewed, I need it to be renewed soon. I hope that it's being renewed. Because if not, and he loses at Night of Champions and then that's his release, I'm going to be fucking angry. Asuka obviously is going to win that. I think Charlotte Flair wins SmackDown. Asuka versus Charlotte. Asuka versus Charlotte again. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae. Also, shout out to her. Crazy that you have Niall and LeRae there, who are two great athletes and have not been pushed much. I would love to have them pushed. Yeah, but Charlotte Flair is definitely winning this because she's the queen.
I can see Alexa Bliss winning.
Here's what I think is going to happen here.
What?
Charlotte Flair is going to beat Asuka, and we're getting Jade Cargill versus Charlotte.
I could see it.
They've been building that. You know how long
think,
they've been building that up?
Yeah, true.
And yeah,
I
honestly,
think Jade Cargill wins at the end, though.
I think Jade Cargill's
she
going to win it, and we're going to get Jade
Yeah.
and Tiffany at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And Naomi cashes in.
Yeah, same.
Let me
I think
fucking
that's the
cook,
obvious
dude.
thing to
Let
do.
me cook you the best feast I could give you right now.
I've thought that too. Yeah, I feel like it's super obvious.
Because like, this is what it's leading to. Like he's like, oh, God, you're thinking
Yeah.
too far ahead. He's like, no, we're thinking in the mind of the bald fraud himself. Sorry. It hurts to say this about Triple H because I love him and I adore him. Sorry, what? I admired him growing up. I enjoyed seeing him a lot, even in the last years when I started wrestling, because I didn't grow up in Ruthless Aggression. I didn't grow up in the Attitude. I played the video games. I played as him the most, probably, and John. But growing up, man, and it's seeing this turn for like the corporate side of him, it hurts me to say that like I'm upset with him, but I'm thinking in the mind of him, because if he can, it's been sucking lately. PR, the product has been in between good and great and okay sometimes, but the PR is what's making it worse. But if he's still cooking in this, he'll go with Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair. Asuka returning, sure, she can win the qualifier, but that does not mean she's going to be queen of the ring. Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill for the finals of Night of Champions, the Queen of the Ring. That's the best thing to do. And then Jade Cargill wins it. And that gives her an opportunity to go after Tiffany because nobody wants Charlotte versus Tiffany again. There's like the reaction to Charlotte's changing a bit is what I've been noticing. They're not heavily being rude to her. She's the same person, but she's kind of changing up a bit. I have been hearing less boos on her. Yeah. Unless they've turned them down. But I've been hearing less boos and mean reactions to her. I've been seeing positive shit of her on her social medias, which is crazy. It's like two different worlds here. I think the IWC hates her more than the real fans. Which is the IWC is that for everybody. But I don't know. It would be a great match. And they've been building her and Charlotte up since 2023 before Jade even arrived in debut. Or So they're going to be rooting for Jade, obviously. And this feud will start here and then probably continue overall because then you got to get to SummerSlam. You have like 2 PLEs before that. So I really think it's going to be Jade and Flair. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I think, yeah.
And like Alexa Bliss, it's like I want her to get something, but I think it's not going to happen for a while. And I still don't know where her position stands in storyline. I still don't know if she's going to go for Wyatt 6 or not. I don't know what the hell they're doing with her. But that definitely is where this is going to go. It's hard to tell with the men's, but with the women, yeah, Jade and Flair are going to be the finals. That's the best way to get them to be in the ring and face to face instead of just throwing a random bullshit storyline in there in the middle of it. This is the best way to do it. Worlds collide.
I agree.
Yeah. But
yeah, I don't have anything else to ride.
I guess we're going to and we already talked about Gunther beating Jay and you cried and Karrion Kross got reduced to a commercial break, but you know what? He's still getting time. I know it's a commercial break for us, but you get to see it, but I don't get to see it. But it's still something for the people in the arena. They still get to see him. I'm seeing shit everywhere, man. Like all his story posts and everything, and people are just like, I love it, dude. I love the shit that he's doing, man. Like, even if he's not wrestling a lot, he is getting traction on the social medias everywhere, no matter what. And I hope Night of Champions, in a way, pushes him and they don't drop the ball on this, because what happened with Truth, they're probably thinking about renewing his contract, because if they release Cross, they're going to get more of a backlash than they ever got for Truth.
Yeah,
they're going to get some backlash too.
Number one merch seller, bro.
But I'm not going to say, he definitely is now. I'm not going to say that backlash and the fans' voice is always going to save somebody, because a lot of us got upset with the previous releases. It's not always going to save you, so don't always think.
The crowd, though. That's
But this one was a heartbreaking one because it wasn't just a release for R-Truth. It was like, we're not renewing his contract. And even Cena tried to save him, and then, then it only took the fans. I mean, you couldn't even take Cena to save him. And Carlito's not even be bless him, he's not even being
Being talked
talked
about.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even being talked about, and he was released too. But I guess people on this were not on the same page of Carlito like they were on Truth. But they're in this bind where it's like, oh, if we re-release Cross, people are gonna be pissed off. But I'm gonna say this right now: your voice is being heard. It's showing here, but it's not gonna save everyone who's getting a potential release. So don't think that y'all can say these things and WWE will listen to every single thing.
No,
They're
do
also
think that. I'm sorry. I have to disagree with you. Do think that. You got to believe that we can actually change something if we really hate it. Like,
well, it also depends because if if they release like 10 people in a row like they did, you can't always expect that to work because they also have to look in regardless of like how much we hate the corporate side, there is money involved. You do
Yeah,
have
but
to also be careful. Like you can't
I don't
bring
think
back
anyone
everyone.
expected the R-Truth thing to work either, though. That's the thing.
No,
We're
but
just so
yeah.
mad about it. Like, you can't expect something to work, but if you're mad about something, voice it. That's the entire
Yeah, that one
point.
was the one just very unnecessary. Like that one was just like he doesn't have to wrestle. You can have him. And I know he probably still is going to wrestle because I'm wondering what this angle is going to be because we didn't even bring that up. The man
I'm
got
telling you,
up on the announce table, cut all of his dreadlocks off. We're
R-Truth
going
is
back to
dead.
short hair Truth, I think.
No, R-Truth is dead. Don't call him Truth. It's Ron Killings.
Ron Killings is alive. R Truth is dead, but he did say the truth has set him free. So he'll be Ron Killings,
Truth,
but the truth
nothing
has
but
set him
the
free.
truth, the whole truth.
Exactly.
That
We're
wrong.
going back to short hair Ron Killings. I'm not saying he's going to be heel, but it seemed like in that promo he's going to be way more aggressive.
He's going to be more serious, I think.
He's going to be more serious. He's not a heel, but he's going to be more serious.
Yeah, because people
Now,
love
I don't know that because it would be funny if Karrion Kross is involved, but I mean, because he reposted something, he was like, "I told you." It's just, I love his post and shit. And I mean, honestly, like Sami Zayn could turn heel at some point. Karrion Kross is getting
I've been
people's skin.
screaming this for a while now. Sammy is going to turn heel. Watch.
Yeah. If it's LA Knight and Sammy's probably gonna do some shit to like turn heel, bro. And like, yeah. If Sammy's going into finals, Karrion's gonna be involved in all of this. And I think this is gonna be good. And if he is the mystery guy, then this also leads into that. But that's probably gonna be what Karrion wants. Like, in order for Sammy to beat him at like Saudi, then that's what he wants, and it makes him over more. Because, like I'm saying, if Karrion is in the finals and he loses, that's not going to kill anything. He gets a PLE. He gets out of the main event scene, not like, the main event show. He gets out of that rut. He gets to fight on a bigger stage in another country even. You can get him over with the Saudi people. They're probably going to be rooting for Sammy, obviously. I hope that Karrion gets some sort of pop. If Saudi watches this shit religiously, no pun intended, sorry to any Saudis.
God. You didn't need to say anything and it would have been fine.
Yes, I didn't have to say anything. Well, I said that religiously because I say that like watch it like gospel because people, do it a lot.
Everyone knows what you mean.
No.
You just, you like made it.
I elaborate my jokes. I don't know why. I explain my jokes. I should
Elaborating it made it worse.
Yes, it did. I'm sorry.
It was fine before you said anything. You could have just moved on.
I could have just kept going. I could have just kept going. Watches it a lot. If they watch it a lot and they know Karrion, then hopefully he gets the pop that he deserves at the show. But because Sammy is a fan favorite of the Saudi people and he respects them, it will probably be Sammy. And I hate to say this, in controversy sites, CM Punk may or may not get booed for his past comments on Saudi Arabians and the country itself. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but I don't know.
Okay. I think we should have just done CM Punk versus John Cena Money in the Bank. Like, why are we doing this now instead of at Money in the Bank? Was what I said when I saw it. I was
it's because they needed Cody. They needed Cody to come back at a certain point, and they didn't know what to do. They're rushing shit. It's the thing. It's like these PLEs are 2 weeks apart. They have to rush things. And I had a feeling like couldn't tell who was going to be his opponent next. But CM Punk is obviously his next opponent, and this is a one last time thing. So I wonder who's going to be his. You got to make his SummerSlam opponent the biggest thing. I don't need it to be Cody again.
You could have just had Cody versus Logan at Money in the Bank, and then, you know, R-Truth return during Cena.
Probably. But the
Like,
thing is like, if he's got all these big names that he's facing, because the last major all the major PLEs, he's been facing off against veterans. CM Punk, Randy, and then after Cody, I mean, Cody
yeah,
is
but it
the
would've
main
been
star,
perfect at Money in the Bank.
what?
Punk would have been perfect at Money in the Bank, though. It would have
Yeah, because
called back
Money in the
everything.
Bank 2011 is like the
Yeah.
iconic fucking I'm gonna steal the championship and run away with it. It's like, yeah, that would be amazing. But that didn't get the case. They had to throw
Announced it
Logan
as
Paul in
Punk
there.
Body Show, man.
If anything, I would have done Punk at Money in the Bank and then Cody at Cody at Night of Champions.
Yeah, or they just do what I said. Just do Cody versus Logan. That would have worked just fine. Like, and
Well,
then
they
have
don't.
Punk.
Well, Cena's got not that many dates left, so they definitely want to try to get him on the bigger PLEs. And if he's got 19 dates left,
Punk at Money in the Bank and Cody versus Logan at Money in the Bank.
yeah, but then you wouldn't have probably got Dominic in there, I guess.
Oh, that was a random ass match.
Yeah, I mean that would have been cool, but yeah, I guess so. But
Yeah.
they had to get Logan Paul involved, I guess, and Jey Uso before he lost his belt. Sorry, that was mean. But I just think like with Cena having 19 dates left, I don't think he's going all the way to December.
No,
He's got Raws and SmackDowns. I
He's
have a
just going
feeling his shit's going to end at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think his reign comes to an end at SummerSlam, but I don't know who's going to win it. But if Cody wins it back, in my opinion, that's kind of like it just ruins the whole point of Cody losing.
I agree.
And I don't think Cody needs to be a 2-time WWE champion. And I don't need to be Roman, shut up. But like, imagine a whole shift changes where Seth doesn't go for Gunther and Seth goes for fucking Cena.
Yeah.
Like, imagine it's a whole switcheroo.
I think he's cashing in on Cena.
Because remember, he came out. He came out that night during Punk's promo, and he came out and was eyeing up Cena. So that whole I'm going after Jay shit, whatever title was just a fucking. Seth held on to that title the longest out of the most people, so the whole reason for him to go after it again just doesn't make sense to me. He's definitely going to cash in on Cena, and some point in shape or form, Cena's going to turn babyface again. But I just feel like he's just going to end it with his damn heel run. I don't know. I don't think Seth is going to go after Gunther. That makes no sense.
You know what? I think I know what it is. Because Cena did say he would go until December. I think he's just saying that his heel run will end at SummerSlam, basically.
Yeah, the 19 dates is his heel run. He's going to be there till December. He's going to turn babyface, or something's going to turn him babyface. And I think Truth is going to be a hand in it.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen. But it's probably going to be Cody again, because I can't think of anyone else. I don't think you're going to get Roman again. It's definitely be Cody.
If that's the case, bro, he's winning King of the Ring.
Yeah, he'd have to win King of the Ring if that should happen, but it would suck. But I don't know, because I want to say King of the Ring. Well, the thing is, he doesn't have to. He can lose it, and they somehow still get a match.
Yeah, true. He doesn't even need to
happen.
win King of the Ring to get a match, but I feel like they'll just do this to give him
something's
another
going to happen, and Cena's just going to be like, fuck it, I'll challenge you. Like, it's going to happen again. No, I think the King of the Ring is going to be set for Gunther, which would be insane because Sammy versus Gunther, but I don't know because I don't see him going for. I don't see Cross going for Cena.
Ashes in before that, it's just Seth versus Sammy. So
probably, but then again, I really don't see Seth cashing in on Gunther and going for that belt. I see him trying to become WWE champion again.
Yeah, there's
trying to recreate Heist of the Century.
Now, so many different roads they can go.
Yeah, if they have recreated his Money in the Bank win from 10 years ago, I would not mind. They're probably not going to, but having Heist of the Century Part 2 at SummerSlam, even though I'm not saying he's going to come in there and then run up the ramp and shit and do all that.
I forgot.
But him cashing in again and winning, on Cena and becoming WWE champion again, this leads to a lot of shit the next year. So, and this also could lead to them hopefully changing that fucking belt design. I'm getting tired of it. I'm sorry. It's not a bad design. It's not a great design. I'm getting tired of it being undisputed. It's not undisputed anymore.
I
But
don't mind though. I think it
also,
looks beautiful.
what if Cena actually does leave with a belt? We have to think about that.
No,
Because that man keeps saying he's leaving with it. Imagine if he does it.
he won't.
I wish he could, because that'd be cool. But
No, he won't end his run heel. I genuinely just think the dates are until he turns face. Like that's
Yeah.
just what it is.
19
Yeah.
dates from now, it's like less than 2 months. If he shows up on every Raw and SmackDown,
Well, it would be 18, but yeah.
18 now. It's definitely SummerSlam. SummerSlam night 2.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting here, because when he came after Mania, it was like, what, 30 or 20, 32 or something like that. And now we're not even at the end of the year. SummerSlam's definitely where shit's ending.
Mhm.
Give or take a few like times, but like, you know. But
Yeah.
But I guess that's the end for Raw. You can get on to NXT. You say you didn't see much, but
So for NXT, nothing like really spectacular really happened. I guess one tiny thing I'll mention is Jasper Troy attacked Oba in the parking lot and like slammed him on a car or whatever. But the
was that
only like
before their match?
yeah.
Holy
But
shit.
the only big thing I think that happened was we got Mariah May's new name, which is an incredible video package, by the way. But it's Blake Monroe, which what the fuck? I find
I actually
dude,
like it. It's better than like Jariah June or
I
what was it?
agree. I just find it
Or
funny.
yeah, Jariah January or something like that. Like
I just find it funny.
I find it funny, but I also wanted to point out like what people were trying to say, like the Monroe part definitely comes from like Tony Storm's gimmick of Timeless Tony Storm, where her gimmick was pretty much the Marilyn Monroe of wrestling. So I kind of like that. I don't know where she chose this name from. I don't even know if she explains in the video package. Blake, I don't know where Blake comes from. But
I think it's a real name. I think
it
Blake.
might be her real name. But like, Blake Monroe might be her real name. I don't even know. But
No,
I think someone
Monroe
was.
is her real name. I think Blake is her.
Yeah, I think someone was saying like, yeah, that Blake was like someone like I don't know, someone she's related to, and she's using that. But
Never
it's
mind. Her real name is Mariah May.
yeah, her real
crazy.
name's Mariah May, but somehow AEW managed to copyright that name, and I get or that or she wanted a new identity in WWE. But still, it's the same person, the glamorous. I think it'd be cool.
Her full birth name is Mariah May Mead.
MMM, that's crazy. Maximum
Yeah.
Male Models? No, I'm kidding. Oh, God, no, Max
Get LA Knight back
Dupree.
to that.
Oh God. Yeah, no. But the yeah. I mean, it's an okay name, but then you know what? It's funny when I heard Blake Monroe, I was thinking of Drake Moreau.
Oh my God! Yes, that's
I was
what
like,
I was thinking of.
I was like, what? Hold on a minute. These sound similar. Drake Moreau, Blake Monroe.
Yes.
Okay. He could have been good, but he didn't make it in there. But Jasper Torre's the fucking future. This man going toe to toe with Oba Femi. Me thinking he's going to dethrone Oba because we've had a lot of championship dethrones lately. So it wouldn't put it past me if Oba lost it on a Raw. I mean, sorry, NXT. My bad. Whoops. Main show NXT. So seeing that happen would have been shocking, but also like I couldn't put it past them because they've done it on regular branded shows before. But it's too soon for Jasper Torrey. I think if he were to go for something, what's that?
I think it's Joanne Evans at the end of the day. I still think Joanne Evans.
Siobhan
is the one
Evans, and if
Oba.
anything, Jasper Torrey would be the one probably,
Put it
depending on
front.
how the North American Championship scene goes, he'd be going for that first.
Oh yeah, true.
Because if you think about it, no one can replace Oba. But if Oba goes to main roster one day, you got Jasper Torrey. He's the next big guy.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, I think, and that's why Oba's working with him. I think Oba sees that potential in him, and someone's dropping the crown to, soon. So, not the championship, but he's probably, like, showing him the ropes and shit. Like, definitely, like, two big guys working together they want to. I bet you he saw that motherfucker and was like, I want to work with him. Like, I know the talent pays attention to upcoming talent, so he was probably like, I want to work with this guy.
True. True.
Same with Miles Bourne. Like, Oba respects people. Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't, your dreams die, like, but it's like he still wants to work with them. These people are heels, but they want to work with these guys behind the scenes. So don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with that.
And
then that's all I have.
JC Jane, she like retained, but then like there's a battle royal or something you said coming up.
Oh yeah. She retained her title against. Fuck, I forget.
It was Ren Sinclair, wasn't it?
No, it was I think it was like a random of.
Oh, it was like Lacey something or something like not Lacey.
Something like that.
I don't know. Her name was like close to JC Jane's name. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, whatever. That happened.
Lacey Evans, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, but JC retained, and then basically they said there's like some contender match next week. I don't really know what the contender match is, but it's I think they said that whoever wins will fight JC at Evolution, which I might be wrong. I'm honestly barely remember, but yeah, something like that, or the next NXT PLE, something like that. So JC Jane, it'll definitely be versus Blake Monroe, obviously. Like, yeah.
Yep. Definitely can't wait for Blake Monroe, shit.
And Blake Monroe is winning. Like, JC is just holding that
together. I mean, I in a way, it's like, in a way, I hope not. But, like, then again, it's like, if you think about it, they kind of did that shit with Stephanie. Like, they called Stephanie up really, really quickly into getting that NXT belt from Roxanne. But, like, it sucks that JC is going to be pretty much just the champion to drop it to Blake. I almost said Brooke. To Blake. But, I mean, I guess in a way they just didn't want... It would have been cool if Stephanie dropped it, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just letting JC hold on to it for a while, because she has technically been there for a while, so I guess letting her hold on to it for a little bit, like, then lose it. But if she retains... then, like, it's going to be interesting, because then it's like, okay, well, then they're definitely not going to throw this shit on Blake right now. It's really weird calling her that. But really, dropping it, and then they're going to let JC keep going. But, I mean, we'll see what they do. But it's predictable that they'll probably drop it, but we'll see at Evolution, if that's where they're going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, that's all I had for wrestling, but if you have anything else...
I don't really have anything, because I think I said everything. Okay. We mixed our shit in between, so like it was really... But I mean, yeah, I honestly, like, everything else was like that I really would have was, I think I've already talked about the last week, and then we mixed it in there.
Okay, well, I have tons of stuff I want to talk about then. So,
well, I did have one more thing wrestling related.
Okay.
To the people or to the person or people out there doing this shit.
Yeah.
Leave Roxanne Perez alone. Leave Liv Morgan alone. This is like childish and not cool at all. Like, you need to leave. It's mainly, and leave Dominic alone. But like, mainly the target has been female wrestlers. But it's like, dude, this shit doesn't matter female or not. Leave them alone.
Disgusts me.
Don't make a account called "Is Rox Dead Yet?" and then post addresses, time frames of when this shit's gonna happen. It's really sad. And then to the people that follow it, fuck you. Like, what is wrong with y'all? What has Roxanne done? I feared for her. Like, I felt so bad for her. She's coming into Money in the Bank. I'm like, I know she had so much security when she came in.
Well, I think the people who follow them are probably just people who...
Probably bot accounts, but like...
I think it's just people who are like interested in seeing... Well, not interested, but like wondering what's going to happen to this person.
Yeah, wondering what's going to happen. I guess probably also to give enough information, because like WWE had been alerted, and also Adam Pearce was like, that made my... respect go for Adam. As a person, I'm not saying like, how I joke about like, oh, Nick Aldis is better than Adam Pearce and one of the yada yada. But as a person, this is obviously not his gimmick. He actually is an official working back there. Because, general managers used to be just gimmicks. No, they're actually in charge back there under Triple H. So like they are officials and they are real people in charge of a show that Triple H writes. They just have to enforce some shit if something really does go down. They are looking into shit and they were investigating, and like the accounts were taken down. I don't know if the person was taken into custody. The accounts keep going back up and down. Liv Morgan had a stalker at a show that they had to arrest, so he's taken away. I don't know if he's still in custody. But Roxanne's weird obsessed stalker, I don't know what the result is of this person. They could be trolling, but then they were posting like where her hotel was when she was in Money in the Bank, and then posting time frames of like this was going to happen or something like that. It's just very, very cryptid, and like y'all need to stop. This is not fair.
Just
it's just sheer harassment, and I know it scares this woman that she's this little person. Obviously, there's more fear there for anything. Like, yeah, she could probably whoop ass, but like, that's still scary.
What you gonna do against a gun? Like,
no, yeah, what are you gonna do against that? And it's like, I'm pretty sure wherever she goes on her day-to-day shit when she's not wrestling, she's definitely got up security. They have definitely given her, and most of the females there, regardless of like, you know, Rhea Ripley can beat ass, she's a fucking giant muscle woman, but still, protection, you know, these are, like, I get it, they're athletes, it's a sport. These are prominent people of society. These are celebrities. These are celebrity sports athletes. They're going to need more protection than I need going out to fucking get milk at the store, you know? I don't need a security, but still, like, they need more than anything because people love them. Yeah, Roxanne's a heel, but, like, chill out, bro. These are people at the end of the day. Yeah. Why are you, and all of a sudden, like, her, like, I'm not saying anyone needs it, but why her? It's like, just leave them alone. If you don't like them that they're, you know, winning, or you don't like that they're hurting your favorite wrestler, it's a fucking show. But I feel like at the end of the day, most of the people are just doing this to get attention. It's still not right to do. It's still against the law. And hope to God that these addresses that they've been giving out where she's staying are not real. Hopefully they're just fake. But if that's the case, this person needs to go away for a long time if they have access to where she's going. And I think they even at some point leaked her home address, her real home address. Yeah. So these people, y'all need to stop. I'm saying y'all because there's probably multiple people doing it because multiple accounts went up. And leave Dom alone. And leave Liv alone. Like, what are y'all fucking going after? It's just sad and pathetic.
It's so fucking...
Because in real life, you wouldn't do shit. You're a fucking coward. You would take a gun to a fucking fist fight. Just, like, leave them alone, man. That's all I gotta say about that. It's just not uncalled for. These people do nothing wrong to you. They put on a show for you every damn night. And
even if you don't like them as a wrestler or character, they're still people who are just playing characters. They're just doing their job.
Do y'all do this shit? Would y'all do this shit when it comes to a TV show when it's clearly a character and you get mad that that character killed off your favorite hero and you go to their, you know, start trying to find where they live and you go kill them in real life for just acting on a script? That's what wrestling is. It is a scripted show. It's a predetermined scripted show, but they still put on a show for you to make you on the edge of your seat every damn night wondering, I wonder who wins, even though I know they chose it already. These people care to put on a show for you, and you want them to die. Go fuck yourself. From the bottom of the Beard Bros fucking hearts, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into a lighthearted stuff. What you got to say?
All right. So my stuff is about all the games that were revealed this week that I'm interested in.
Yes.
And just ones I want to talk about. So
for Silksong. What?
Yeah.
I'm the champion.
Okay. I'm going to start with stuff that was revealed at Summer Games Fest.
I'm the champion.
Well, actually...
I'm trying to piss him off.
Anyway, sorry. I'm going to start with stuff that was revealed at Summer Games Fest. And the first one that interested me at Summer Games Fest was Medieval Chronicles, which looks like a Mountain Blade Bannerlord kind of like thing. Looks really good.
I thought it was Kingdom Come Deliverance. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it does look like that, but yeah, it looks really cool. So
no, because I was expecting after that whole like cutscene for it to go into top down mode, like how like Civ. I thought it was Civ's. Which Civ are we at right now? 7. I thought it was like Civ 8. I was like, this is Civ. I was like, no. But then like it's also Tom Hardy was voicing him. I was like, holy shit. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But then like it went into it reminded me of total what was it, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator or something like that. Tabs. Like
Mhm.
it looked actually cool because like you can see the whole thing, and I was like, all right. And apparently there's story to it. Apparently, it ain't just like
Yeah.
a multiplayer fighting mode.
Yeah, no, like it's not even multiplayer. I don't think like there's probably has some multiplayer in it, but no, I'm not really a huge fan of these games, but my dad loves games like this, so I know a lot about them and stuff like that. So I've played a few of them. I find them fun every once in a while. So yeah,
There was a good
really
bit of
cool.
games. Like there was shit that I was like the first half because it started dying down a little bit because there was some games that like I weren't starting to care about. And I was like, but like it started like I think it was Onumashi or I can't remember how you say it, but that one was like
Onimusha.
interesting.
Yeah, that one's on
Onimusha.
my list. That one's
That
on my
one
list.
was
Yeah, yeah.
interesting me. The first person Steamboat Willie like Disney
Oh,
game
I
where you
don't
go
care about
around
that
shooting
game. Yeah.
it looked funny and quirky to me. I love those kind of games. I might
It's
get
just
that if that
Doom, but Steamboat Willie.
pretty much, and it looked funny, and I was like, dude, I don't even care. I was like, because I take some games like way too much, like for granted, like not for granted. Like I sit there and shit on them because I don't like them. But the first half of that fucking thing, I was interested in, and also Ill, the horror game coming out,
Which one?
the Ill game, it's Ill,
Oh,
ILL. That
yeah.
game is disgustingly like scary looking.
Yeah, I was scared.
I might get that.
was
Like
disgusting, bro.
that looked cool. Like it just looks so realistic. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this story? I'm so interested. There was other games. I can't remember what fully interested me, but like there was a
Well,
lot of other
I'll keep
games.
you on demo list. So
Okay.
yeah, the next game I have, which I think you'll be agree with me here. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, but the one this is like honestly the most unique game I saw and one that I'm really interested in, and that is Felt That Boxing, which looks
That's one that I wanted
hilarious.
to.
It
That's
looks
one I want
so
to. And
fucking
the
hilarious.
design of the game, you see how realistic that looks? It looks
Yeah,
like you're watching a Muppets movie. I'm like,
it
dude,
does. Yeah.
I think that, I
It's
don't know if
just
they
Muppet
said,
Punch Out.
I at first thought it was going to VR, but it's not. That's actually going to be Steam exclusive, I think, or something like
Yeah.
that. But man,
Muppet
oh
Punch Out,
man,
I'm here for it, man. I'm so
that
fucking down.
one, and then like there were some others, but yeah, Wu Chong. The well, or it's probably I think it's
Oh,
Wu.
yeah,
I
Wu
think it's
Chang.
Wu Chang,
Yeah.
but it's pretty much like it made me think at first it was like a spinoff to Wukong just because of the
I
name,
thought
and
so
then
too. Yeah.
it's not the same studio, but it is the same kind of Souls like kind of fighting. Obviously, people complain too much about those. I'm like, y'all keep forgetting that Sony is a Asian company. Obviously, they need their culture to shine. So stop complaining just because you don't
Yeah.
see Spider-Man every 10 minutes.
True.
No, we didn't get that. Ha 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 ha. Shut up. I wasn't even trying to lead up to that, but it worked.
Yeah.
Chill out, man. You'll get your Marvel shit when you fix the damn door.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You expect to see Wolverine right now, brother? You got a PlayStation Showcase this year in the summer. You're probably gonna get it there. So calm the fuck down.
True. But yeah, I think I might get Felt That Boxing day one, to be honest. That shit looks so funny.
I mean, Muppet just and they're not Muppets. By the way.
Muppet
They're,
Punch Out is
they are
so
puppets. They can't say Muppets because the Muppets is a copyrighted name, but it pretty much is Muppets. They look like them, but
cool. Yeah.
it's called
Muppet
Felt
Punch
That
Out.
because puppets are made
Yeah,
out of
it's
felt
felt.
material.
Yeah.
So,
Great
yeah,
name.
that actually looked funny, and I don't even care. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is stupid." L. I'm like, "You're a fucking L. This looks fun."
Huh?
Like everyone's like the live chat I actually watched in that. Like, they're like L game. I'm like, you're an L because you fucking you don't like fun. That shit was fun.
Yeah, true. That shit was yeah, I'm excited for that. But this one I doubt you'll give two shits about, but it's really important to me. So, the Seven Deadly Sins Origins game. It looks like a
Oh
kind
yeah, I
of
saw
like
that.
open world like RPG kind of game based off Seven Deadly Sins. And wow, has it really been that long since Seven Deadly Sins ended? Dude, that's crazy.
Probably,
I'm
but
trying to
yeah, no,
think right now.
I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen them like
Eh,
there was a good a bit like not full anime games, but like anime style based games. There were a lot. in there.
Well, yeah, no, this is like the only game that's actually based on an anime though, which
Right.
is
Seven Deadly Sins. I've heard. Yeah,
yeah,
we did
it's
the
a
we did the trivia and I failed it.
yeah. I'm trying to think when the last season came out for the anime. It was actually so long ago. Jeez, I didn't. Wow, I was there when the last season came out too. I think I was there for when season 4 and season 5 came out. But yeah.
Right.
Anyway, aside from that, Seven Deadly Sins, one of my favorite animes ever. Even though it got shit on because of the bad animation it had near the last few seasons, but
Right.
whatever. I think the manga is great too. Had okay, don't call me a fraud, but I haven't watched Fortnite's Apocalypse yet, which is like basically a continuation of the Seven Deadly Sins story, but it's like the like different people kind of thing.
Right.
But it still involves some of the main characters, I believe. Haven't watched it, but I heard that's good. So, and it looks like the Seven Deadly Sins Origins game is going to include those characters and going to focus more heavily on people like Tristan in that. So, if that's the case, I will need to watch Fortnite's Apocalypse. But I'm just so excited because I love Seven Deadly Sins. I think it's a great show. It's one of the few anime I've watched that's actually ended. Now that I'm thinking about it, because
Right.
most anime just fucking don't end or haven't ended for a long time because they like to continue. But I mean, guess technically it hasn't ended, I guess, because now it has a continuation series. But whatever, I'm super excited, as you can tell from my little like excited ranting heart right now.
There was
But yeah, I'm excited.
there was a good bit there that like I was interested in, but then the game started coming up that I already knew about, like Mafia: The Old Country. Got a little bit more insight on that game. I
Yeah.
like I'm really hoping that like this game is not too like I'm not saying like the Mafia series as a whole is bad, but like I hope this doesn't release badly at launch. The way they're praising this game, I believe it's gonna go good. It's gonna be a different story tie into the Mafia games. There definitely will probably references to the future games like Mafia 3, 1, and 2, because this one is set 30 years prior to Mafia 1. They're in the main 1900s, so like shit is, very, very new still. But I mean, I love it. It's basically the combat from 1, but different, but it just looks great. And then got some more insight on the 007 game, which I'm also excited for. IO Interactive was there, one of my favorite developers. And however, there's only one. They had 2 games they were talking about. They were talking about the new Mind's Eye game, which is heavily bombing right now. It is
Yeah.
not good. People are already playing it. Like Voice Critical's playing it. Some other people are playing it. The ones that are saying it's good, they're sponsored. They have to say it. Glitchy launch. Not doing so good. I thought it was gonna be cool because it is an open world and people were giving it praise and thinking it was gonna be the best GTA contender. Yeah, it's
There
not
is
looking
no
good for her.
GTA contender. That's the thing.
There is no
That's the
GTA.
mistake.
Yeah, not even Saints Row was, but like I'm just saying, like they thought it was gonna be because it's open world, but no, 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 no hate to the developers of IO Interactive, but y'all should not try open world ever again. Love y'all, but no. But then, not even that. The best part of it is I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to be planning to soon. When they were talking about the James Bond game, Hitman popped up.
Oh yeah.
And that's one of my favorite franchises. Hitman popped up, and there's a contract currently right now. Go play it if you have the game, where you can take down La Chifra from the Bond films, specifically Casino Royale, one of my favorite Bond films, which stars Mads Mikkelsen. I've been saying his name wrong for so fucking long. It's Mikkelsen. He came out, fucking stud of a man, still looking good to this day.
Okay.
Came out because he played the character. He is, man. He's awesome. He played the character. Some people will recognize him from from Game of Thrones, or I believe he was in Game of Thrones. I could be wrong. He might have been, and recognize him from he was Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts 3. He replaced Johnny Depp, so some people probably recognize him from that. But he's one of his iconic roles is La Chifra from he's the main villain of James Bond 007 Casino Royale. So I love that movie, and him being in the Hitman game to where you can kill him now. I have not played it yet, but I'm going to plan on to doing that. No, I'm not going to make a video. It just was really cool to see those worlds collide because obviously those are two franchises colliding in with each other. Hitman's supposed to be in Mind's Eye. Oh my God. That's sorry. But I love seeing those worlds still blending together, and obviously they have a lot of passion for Hitman and James Bond. In a way, you can I love that they both have made games for two different agents, different sides. Like, you know, Hitman's that ruthless killer. He's a silent killer. He's programmed to kill. James Bond really mainly, because Hitman is killing for good. To be honest, they are targeting people who are, you know, criminals, but he's just more that mindless killer. Like, oh, if someone tells me to kill, I'll do it. But James Bond, in a way, I believe that he has morals. Obviously, he's not being brainwashed. So. Yeah. And I can even see the combat is like similar to Hitman, but it's not much stealth because Hitman was more about like, hey, you got to kill these people without being, you know, targeted or noticed. This one's going to seem like it's going to be in your face, and this is probably a day one cop. I mean, it's coming out 2026, so there's another game added to my bank telling me to die because they're going to be mad at me. You're overdrafting. Stop! But I think as much as we can say, Resident Evil 9 is also what's everyone's talking about.
I mean, yeah, bro, they fucking baited everyone.
They baited us how many times in that damn show? Like it's not even like you were like, oh, Resident Evil. Oh, well, Resident Evil 2 and 3, the originals, are coming to PlayStation. It's like, okay, cool. And then Lady D herself was there seducing all the thirsty men.
For a Capcom sale.
She was there seducing all the thirsty men, drinking out of her blood chalice. And yes, people, she doesn't look the same as her fucking model. Chill out. She's a beautiful woman just because it's not Lady D. But yeah, she's just sitting there just like talking like she normally does. You disgusting outsiders. That was not good. And then like you get, I don't remember, what's his damn name? The guy who is in charge of the Capcom. I don't remember his damn name. Toriyama.
Well, the person who made Resident Evil. So.
Is it Toriyama?
No, man.
I don't know people's names.
Don't strain your brain. Just don't worry about it. It's the person who made Resident Evil basically said
Kojima. Yeah. No.
Oh my God.
I know Kojima's not him. I know. I don't remember his name, but I probably made so many people cringe when I said Toriyama. I'm so sorry. I don't know what he makes. Anyways, the guy at Capcom, he was there. He was like, yeah, you know, yada yada, 30 years of Resident Evil's coming up this February or this March. And then he was like, yeah, we're working on Resident Evil 9 pretty much, or the next, you know, series of Resident Evil, and we'll tell you more about it next year. And then at the very end, you know, and before that, you know, Silksong was cucked by Deadpool. Get fucked.
Well, I still have two more other.
Well, games. You know, I know. Yeah. I'm just saying the end, but the main big point is like Resident Evil 9 was announced and shown off. True. First, I didn't know what the hell it was. I thought I was about to get disappointed here. I was like, man, they found some like small ass game. As soon as I saw
RPD though, I knew.
It took me a minute. I don't know why. I think because I had the adrenaline going, and I was trying to like see RPD, and I was like, wait a minute, no, what? And then Requiem, I'm like, what is this shit? And then RE9, I'm like, oh fuck. Oh! And yeah, that was the highlight of the night.
Oh, can we talk about the fucking horrible like gooners on the internet for a second? Like, by the way, like, well, actually, first, I'm talking about the people that are complaining that it's I'm going to talk about the people that are complaining that's a female protagonist. Like, guys, shut the fuck up.
Literally, the first protagonist for a Resident Evil game was a fucking woman. The first Resident Evil game.
And most of them have male and female protagonists that you can choose from. Like, it's a...
Yeah, you literally have Jill Valentine. You have... What's her fucking name in Resident Evil 2? I'm sorry. I forgot her name. You have Ada Wong. You have... Leon and Ethan or Chris are like the main three guys out of like four other women. and now you have a fourth woman. But then there's reports being said that Leon is the main guy, but they never showed that in the trailer. I think they're wrong about that. I think they're just their sources are wrong.
It's gonna be a thing where you play as Leon and this girl.
Yeah. And then apparently, like, there's a character out there with the last name Ashcroft that might be related to her from, like, a smaller Resident Evil game. I don't know. I don't care. But, I mean, I guess cool. But, I mean, it's obviously going to be set at a time in between 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. Because, 3 is when the nuke goes off. So, it's going to be a little bit after, and you're definitely going to be in the city and seeing the aftermath. Because once... I haven't played 4. I'm thinking about during Halloween season to stream 4 or make a video series out of it to get us up to Resident Evil 9, because I have had 4 in my library for so fucking long. I have not touched it, so I don't even know the full story. I don't know why I haven't touched it. I could not tell you. I had other games, I guess, but I might do a stream if hopefully we finish Batman soon. Jesus,
love Arkham Knight.
I have Arkham Knight. I'm doing Origins tonight as we speak, and getting that out of the way because I'm off today. There's plans I have tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tonight. Do it live. So, but Arkham, I should be done with Arkham by at least August. I mean, I'm running through them. I'm not even like I think I'm almost done with the story of Origins. So, but I think about doing October, making a stream of that Resident Evil 4, and leading us up to Resident Evil 9. And
don't you have to beat? Weren't you gonna do like a GTA 5 thing before GTA 6 came out?
I don't know anymore, brother. There's so much shit coming out. I don't know. We might just run it. We just might go blind and go right into GTA 6. I don't know, but we'll see because there's plans happening. But I mean, you had other things. I'm not gonna take over, but you have more things besides that.
Yeah, one of the other things I had is the Deadpool game, but we already kind of talked about that, so whatever. And then the other thing I had, which this one might be like a bit of an underrated pick, and I'm sure you probably don't care, but I do as shit.
Is it the Doki Doki horror game?
No. As a teenager myself, okay, I do care about this game, and that is Mixtape, the like game with like those 3 teenagers and like skating. I'm super interested in that, and I want to like because I think it's like supposed to be like the 80s or like 90s or like early 2000s kind of thing based off of, and it's gonna be about like music and skating, and that just seems I know indie games, and I feel like that game is gonna be super emotional and connect with me on an emotional level, so I want to play it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely just gonna be living the life of like 90s kids, because I think it did say the 90s or like for the 90s kids or something like that. It was like the trailer.
So, yeah.
It looks cool, and it looks like a chill kind of like, I don't know, in a way it was giving me like that Life is Strange kind of vibes, or like
actually that's what I was thinking.
It was giving me like the art style is different, but like I think
by the way I love
kind of similar. But it was giving me those vibes of like just chill and stuff, and like I don't think anything crazy is gonna happen like Life is Strange, but there's definitely gonna be moments where something like you said, emotional is gonna happen. These group of friends, something's gonna happen. You know, it ain't gonna be like no gunfights or shit. Like something's gonna happen where but. Yeah, it's definitely going to be like one of those heartfelt but emotional, probably depressed endings, or a depressed moment, and then something's going to have a happy ending. So
yeah, kind of like Road 86 or 96. I
have not played that. Don't say anything.
Dude, it's a really good game. I haven't finished it. I played one run because there's like I don't want to spoil it.
There's a lot you got to do. Yeah. I think I plan on playing it. But
it got me emotional. Like I don't know why.
Games like that, you wouldn't think it would get you emotional, but it does.
Well,
I think
I do.
Mixtape might do that.
They would, but yeah, I think Mixtape definitely will. So, and I like getting emotional in games and stuff, and I love indie games, and that seems like a kind of like indie game. I don't know if it actually is, but I can't. I just really want to play that. Yeah.
For sure.
That's all I had for Summer Games Fest, but I do have stuff for Xbox Showcase as well. So.
I didn't see that one. Yeah, I think that's all I got for that.
Okay, well then I guess I'll.
I was at work. I was a hardworking man.
Say some of the stuff for Xbox Showcase then. One of the things that interested me was Planet of Lana 2, which is another indie game. Apparently, there's a first one. I don't really know. I don't think I'm gonna get this game, to be honest, but it did intrigue me a tiny bit, and it just kind of looks like a fun little indie game. So yeah, Nothing I have too much to say about that. But the next game here, I do have a lot to say about, kind of, which is the new Thunder Lotus game that looks like a Metroidvania. They said, I'm pretty sure they said it's like a type of Metroidvania, and it looked like it had really cool bosses in combat.
Oh
And
wait, yeah, I saw that.
Thunder
Yeah.
Lotus are the people who made Spiritfarer, and I love Spiritfarer. Spiritfarer fucking hits me in the feels. So
You couldn't rank it on the tier list because it was too sad.
yeah,
Anyways.
exactly. I literally I think I'm subscribed to Thunder Lotus's email anyway, but
All right.
I can't wait to see this new Thunder Lotus game, and you bet your ass I'm copping that shit day one. I think they
All
said it
right.
might be available day one with Game Pass, so hell yeah. I'm super hyped.
What was that? What you said about the Silksong that's day one Game Pass, or it's just going to Xbox?
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that Silksong is day one Game Pass, so yeah.
I mean, there you go. You ain't got to worry about buying anything. You just got to worry about having Game Pass.
But I still will.
Because
I'll
I
buy
know
it.
it's honestly it's
won't own
best
it.
to because you never know how long it could be on there. Because I don't know how long
Yeah.
Doom the Dark Ages, and I still have to finish that. I'm halfway done with it. That shit is so fun.
Yeah, true. And I'll probably buy it on my PlayStation, and I'll probably buy it on my Switch.
You're just gonna
I'm-
buy it again to replay it over time, aren't you?
No, I'm just gonna buy it because I love Team Cherry and I love Hollow Knight. That I want to support them as much as I can. So I'll get
Someone
them all
bought this
next week.
game 4 times. It's like, oh, is this one guy?
And I'll probably buy physical. To be honest, like
Wow.
dude,
Okay.
I fucking love. Anyway, then
How much is
we
Silksong? Well, it was $70, dude. It's only but I bought it 5 times.
yeah,
Jesus.
exactly. Like yeah, but
Well, people did that during Spider-Man 2. They bought the digital game and then they bought the collector's edition. I'm like, okay, man. All right, cool. Yeah, I wish I was like you.
Oh, dude, if there's a Silksong Collector's Edition, I don't care. I'm buying it.
Speaking of that, the collector's edition is out again for Spider-Man 2. So if you want to experience 19 Inches of Venom, go get it. I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, go ahead. I mean, if you want the
Yeah,
statue,
go ahead if you guys are rich.
if you liked Insomniac Games milking that one game. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. But the next thing I want to say, which I'm sure you've seen, is the Invincible fighting game they announced, which
Oh,
I was excited until I saw it was a fighting game. Then I got way less excited.
yeah,
Like,
and I didn't expect anything less if they were to make an Invincible game because the mobile game is like the same way. I
But-
think.
Good news though, I have learned that the people who are making this Invincible fighting game are the people who made. Oh fuck, I'm blanking on the name. Wait, no, wait. Oh fuck. Oh no, why did this happen
Is it
right
the
now?
people that made the Tokon game, or is it
No. That's a
Street Fighter, Tekken,
no kill.
Mortal Kombat?
I think it's kill something.
Kill something, yes. Kill Switch Engage.
Kill. Fighting game.
Well, he doesn't know, but while
Shit.
he's searching that, I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Just remember that I'm the champion right now while he's searching for this game developer name. But yeah, Invincible game was announced. Also, they were speaking about Outer Worlds 2. That's been like the poster boy of this entire showcase. So, I mean, that's cool. I never played the first one. Black Ops 7. Wow.
What an ass way to end the Xbox showcase, by the way.
The only cool concept that I like here is that it's a sequel to Black Ops 2. Something that should have happened, I don't know, 15 fucking years ago. Because Black Ops 3 should have just been that. I love how like it takes for people to hate your current product for you to realize we should have stayed on the product beforehand. Because now Treyarch is going back to the original Black Ops story with Mason, Woods, and I don't know what's going to happen after the sequel, but like the sequel to Black Ops 2 is going to be probably David
I found it.
Mason. Go okay.
Sorry.
I'll continue Black Ops 7 after this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah. So the people who are making the Invincible game were the old devs of Killer Instinct, and they all got back together to
Okay,
make
I've heard
this
Killer
game,
Instinct.
which is
Yeah.
a huge deal because Killer Instinct was like revolutionary at the time. It's such an old game, but Killer Instinct was so community based. They would listen to everybody in the community. They would interact with the community so much, and I'm pretty sure they would like add so many characters for so many years. It came out in 1994, bro. But yeah, great. So that gives me confidence that it will be a good game. But I just feel like it's not going to be that big, especially when you're boxing with the hands of God that is Marvel Tokon Souls. So.
Oh, Marvel's. Yeah, we didn't even mention that. That one is gonna be.
Oh, we did.
That was at the play. That was the state of play.
Oh, so we did
didn't speak
mention.
of.
We mentioned it in the last episode. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, continue your Black Ops thing.
Black Ops 7. So yeah. Thing is, I mean, I like that it's being connected to Black Ops 2. It's just COD as a whole. COD is a fucking, don't care what anyone says as a COD fan, it is a money-hungry fucking game organization that just literally, no matter what, people are going to pay $70 every fucking time. The only reason it goes to Game Pass is because they know that they're expensive. It goes to Game Pass day one, like, oh, well, you complain if you got Game Pass. Okay, but not everyone likes to pay for subscriptions. And also, I don't know what contract or what kind of length the COD games stay on there. They don't stay on there very long. But yeah. So I don't know what the sequel's going to do, because if you know the story of Black Ops 2, it's probably like 30-something years later after the first game. It goes back and forth between, like, you know, Alex Mason and Woods' story, and then the present is David Mason figuring shit out, like, why was I there at, like, Raul Menendez's compound when my dad was killed? The main villain, Raul Menendez, one of the best COD villains of the time, people are saying, up there with Makarov from Modern Warfare and Shepard. But I don't know where they're going to go with this, because I thought that story had ended. So Black Ops 2 is probably going to, or Black Ops 7, which is going to be Black Ops, I guess, 2.5. Said after that, I don't know what story they're going to go with, because there was also so many endings that you could do in Black Ops 2. So I don't know where they're going to go with that. Probably an original story, but I mean, COD really as a whole is not the same as it used to be, obviously. The greediness and the money of how much their games are. And then they rely too much on heavy cinematics. In a game that, like, is a lot of shooting and, you know, killing, you're more cinematic based than you ever used to be. You'd have one cinematic debriefing back in the day. They would tell you what the mission is, and then that entire time you'd be shooting shit, and then the cutscenes are in-game while you're still in first person. Not no cinematic movie bullshit that they have now for the new games. I just don't like that. And then the cutscenes are longer than the gameplay. It's like, it's cool because I love the Black Ops franchise, but I mean, with 6's story and then Cold War's story that didn't do so great, I don't know. I wouldn't get it still, regardless. If they had their campaign separately and didn't have, because they have a Black Ops launcher now where, like, you can get all the games now from within it. If they can let you buy campaigns separately and not at full price with multiplayer, I would probably play them. But they just don't. The last COD that I played all the way through in story was Modern Warfare 2019. That's how bad it's gotten. I didn't touch Modern Warfare 2 2022. I didn't touch Modern Warfare 3 because it came out the same year or a year later. It's just they don't give any shits anymore. So I think that was probably the worst thing to end the showcase with, if that's what they ended it with. Even though Outer Worlds was like the main focus. Huh?
They ended it with that.
Yeah. Outer Worlds was like the main focus, and then they
did the Outer Worlds thing.
Yeah.
No.
So it's like
they did the Outer Worlds thing like separately. So they ended the actual showcase with COD, and then they did the whole Outer Worlds thing.
I don't know why people like they were expecting people to, yeah, and I bet there was cheers for Black Ops 6, like, oh my god, yeah. It's like, and then the fucking intro to COD, it looks so AI looking. I don't know. It looks like worse. I don't even. Wouldn't I be surprised if COD added AI implemented shit? I mean, they'll do anything to get their money.
Yeah. I do have one last game here, and this is just game interests me. I don't think I'm gonna get it as of now unless it's on Game Pass, but uh, it's called Keeper, and it's about a lighthouse, and it's made by the same people who made Psychonauts, I think.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
Okay.
looks pretty cool. It looks interesting. You literally just play as a lighthouse, which is so funny to me. So yeah,
You play as the lighthouse?
you play as a lighthouse. Yes,
Okay. So what do you move around? Do you
you move
walk?
around. Yeah, you do
Okay.
parkour with the lighthouse. Like
What? Okay.
it's so funny, dude.
All right then. Well,
At least, yeah. I don't know. It looks funny to me. It looks
all
interesting.
right.
But
Well,
that's
I
all I
guess
have.
so, man. I guess so.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Hot takes.
Oh yeah.
I don't have mine still. I'll try to think, but
Okay,
yeah,
I'll go with mine first then while you think about that.
maybe it'll help me.
My hot take is let's stop gatekeeping. Like, I guess I don't know if it's a hot take, but let's stop gatekeeping if someone's a real fan or not. Like, dude, this pisses me off so much when someone's like, "Oh, you're a fan of this? Then have you read every single page of the fucking book, or like, have you watched every single episode of this thing?" Like, bro, people can be fans and not watch every single part of it. Like, calm the fuck down.
This is
Like,
rest
especially
in
with
peace, isn't it?
well, no, especially like with uh Star Wars and Marvel too. Like people will be like, "Oh, so you haven't watched every single MCU movie? Why do you call yourself a fan then?" Like, bro, like shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut the fuck up. People can be fans and not watch every single thing about it. Like, I just hate that like tribalist like bullshit mentality where it's like, "Oh, you're not watching or doing every single thing to be a mega fan. You're not a real fan then." Like, shut up. That person is a real fan because they enjoy it. Like, just let them be a fan, man. Anyway, yeah. That's my hot take.
Well, so I thought that my hot take, is just something that I thought was probably the best. That kind of thing where you think like, you know, something happens. You know, it just, like, you think about it. Like, think about how the birds and the bees. Okay, so think about, how life can give you lemons, right? And if you choose to make lemonade with it, that lemonade could be sour or sweet. And what I'm trying to get at here is that I think, in my personal opinion, out of a lot of things, listen, man, out of a lot of things here, um, out of a lot of the things here, okay,
Uh-huh.
it's that life is like a box of chocolates, right? And
No way you're quoting my least favorite movie of
and
all
you
time.
never
That's
know.
crazy.
Shut up. You never know what you're gonna get with that. You're never gonna know if the take is cold, if it's hot. What is a hot take? So, like, if you think about it, like, is it preheated? Is it
Oh my
set to
god.
450
Wait,
in the
you just
oven?
came up with your hot take. Your hot take is what is a hot take?
What
No, your
is a
hot take is
hot?
there is no hot take.
So here's the thing, okay? And I'm gonna put the thing on the screen for you.
Mhm.
In context, in conclusion, with speculation, in theory,
Uh-huh.
I think the women's are better than the men's right now in the WWE.
Damn right. Hell yeah. Amen.
And it's
Amen,
not even a hot
sister.
take,
High
but I
five.
needed something after all that shit.
Amen,
So,
sister. High five me to that.
okay. But I guess I'm your sister. So yeah, that's mine. And if you disagree, well, I mean, it's a hot
Fuck
take.
you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you said fuck you. No, hold on a minute. It's an opinion. Okay, chill. Yeah, but after all that, I had that hot take the whole time. That was just a bit. I wasn't being stupid. That was just a bit. I was just trying to make you think that I didn't have a hot take ready to go. Okay, the whole time. Dude, Krodok,
Yeah.
you enjoying the show?
Yeah.
It's just a part of the show.
Yeah, for sure, man. Uh,
Yeah. You thought that whole time it was planned? Yes, it was. No, we didn't do it. That wasn't my mistake. It's a part of the show.
yeah, no, for sure.
Shut up. I don't care if you hate the product. Anyways, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. That's my
Okay.
hot take. I mean, it worked.
You know, I quickly just wanted to discuss the movie called Surf's Up. Now, if any of you
Oh
don't
my
know,
god.
Surf's Up came out in 2007 and is a movie about people making a movie about surfing of penguins and a chicken. So, I watched this movie, and the entire time, I felt like I was on the craziest drugs of my fucking life. It felt like an acid trip watching Surf's Up. If you haven't watched Surf's Up,
I would assume that the people who made the movie were definitely high too.
yeah, man, that shit was crazy. By the way,
literally all the penguins or mammals or whatever that was in that movie all were like looked high.
that movie is just Cars. It's really just Cars plot. It's just the plot of Cars. But
Pretty much
penguins
is, yeah.
yeah, it literally is just the plot of Cars, which Cars came out a year before, by the way. So
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, they were Pixar and all of them and DreamWorks. All those animation films were popping off back to back like that.
Well, yeah, it was
year,
Blue
so,
Blue
like,
Sky did Surf's Up. So
okay, yeah, Blue Sky. But like all those animation kind of like they were all popping off back and forth. But
wait, sorry, no, it was Sony that did Surf's Up, not Blue Sky. My bad.
Okay. That's a Sony one. Oh, they were definitely high.
Yeah. But yeah, so that movie, while being like the most drug-inducing, like acid trip movie I've ever watched, was also the funniest fucking movie I've ever watched.
I think
If you have
people
not watched
that
it,
movie
watch
high, it's funnier. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, that movie was so fucking funny to me. I was
And even if you don't
literally
smoke,
dying
people-
laughing.
Even if
I've
you don't
never
smoke,
laughed that hard at a fucking movie. Like, it never laughed that hard at a movie. My chest was in literal pain because of the fucking Surf's Up. I was laughing like every 2 seconds, bro. They would not give me a break. Every single line was fucking hilarious to me. I was dying, dude. Dying.
We at the Beard
Yeah.
Bros don't promote drug use or any use of cannabis, but if you want to, watch this movie high. And if you
True.
don't feel like intaking any drugs or cannabis, just get a highlighter or get a Sharpie and then you're good. But I'm not encouraging that either because that's different.
Yeah, but other than that, I have one more thing I want to say before, unless you want to say anything else, we can wrap this up. But
I just want to say that I'm the champion.
okay,
And
yeah,
I won
well,
fair and square, and I didn't cheat. And I
mhm.
like, even though I look up to Eddie Guerrero like cheating still, I actually told the truth and nothing but the truth, and the truth shall set me free, and I'm the champion.
Okay.
Bitch.
Okay. Well, the last thing I have to say is, everybody, I don't know when. Actually, I do know when this will come out, but
Friday.
I don't know when I'll be able to watch the movie, but I will be watching the live action How to Train Your Dragon as soon as I can. And when I
Go
do,
check this
I'm gonna
man's
be
channel out, man. Please. This
Yes.
man's awesome. Y'all are
And when
missing
I-
out.
and when I do watch the live action How to Train Your Dragon, I'm gonna make a review of it on my channel. And so if you want to know when I post that, because I don't know when I'm gonna actually be able to see the movie. It might be like a while from now. It might be soon. Don't know. But when I can see it, I'm gonna watch the movie, do a review on it, and I'll post it in the Discord when I upload it and stuff. So come join the Discord. But also, with the movie, if I can, hopefully, I will be reviewing the Burger King How to Train Your Dragon meal along with the movie. So yeah.
What? Okay. Food review and movie review. All right.
Yeah,
all
did
right,
you
all
not
right.
hear about the Burger King?
No, I don't have
How to
cable,
Train
so we
Your
don't
Dragon
get commercials.
collab, dude.
I totally don't use ad blocker and don't get any commercials.
By the way, I've never ate Burger King in my life. So
He's Canadian, so they probably taste better than the American Burger King does.
well, we'll see. So
I think it's relatively known that we have bad food here, and it's better everywhere else.
that is a good point.
Look, that's why look at me. I'm kidding. No. But all right, yeah. That's all I got for today. But
Yeah.
well, as the champion, I'm gonna outro us out.
Sure.
Not gonna let you live it down. But hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Of course, we went off the rails with it, but it was more of a casual kind of talk. It's been a minute, so hope you all enjoyed that. Follow us on our socials. I am RedBeard22 at YouTube and Twitter, my bad, X, whatever. Krodok on YouTube at Krodok.
I've stopped using Twitch, by the way.
Well, you never had. Well, the thing is, we never had. You have. You stopped using Twitch.
I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube from now on.
Well, let's just take that off the screen there. I just took it off. No one, yeah, I took Twitch off the screen.
I forgot to say that. Yeah.
Krodok no longer is doing on Twitch, so don't go over there or you're stupid. So just follow Krodok on YouTube at Krodok, and that's it. I just took it off screen for you real time, so you're probably like, what the fuck? I don't care. And like us on YouTube or my channel, and go give him some love, because just because he doesn't do crazy edits like me or, show his face, he's a cool guy. He's wacky. He can also, be wacky in his channel. And like us on the podcast. 5 stars, get us out there. Give us a 5-star rating. Comment on there. And just follow us on the podcast channel on Spotify. If you don't like watching these, watch it on there. If you like audio over visual, watch it on there. But most stuff like PLE predictions or any of our challenge podcasts, we advise visual. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and we're all going to catch you in the next one. We are the Beard Bros. Peace. You'll get Spider-Man 3 when you fix this damn door.